Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Yeah, we're sort of that. That is a good start. Where is Discord? Let's get rid of the bot. The bot is going to be annoying because I didn't say I'm playing FIFA. Let's retype that. There we go. At least that's up to date. And let's just get rid of it on here. Give your stream credit, it's very prompt when it comes to putting the messages out. A little too prompt. There we go, it's just decided to pop up with the new one. Oh no, that's Battissimo. I've got too many bots. Let's get the game back up. So, the way I'm looking at it is, the last time I set this up, I tried to do what Gary Rowett was doing, essentially. I kept his squad and I just tried to carry on as he was doing, essentially, which might not be the best idea in hindsight. So yeah, let's see how I do without. So play. Let's first of all delete the old one because I don't think we're going to have enough profiles if I don't. Jeez. Yeah, let's get rid of that one. Come on. So, new career. Manager. Give ourselves the usual boosts. I'm curious what the actual updates will include because I couldn't play with Danny Barth or... No, I could play with Barth. It was Vokes who I couldn't play with. So I wouldn't mind knowing if he's included yet. Alright, let's do what I did last time. Go with the actual manager. Just glad it isn't a long name. I want to fancy typing in Slavica Jokanovic. Yeah, let's change his nationality as well. Could be lazy, but I think that's a bit unfair on him. Wales. There we go. Right, I can't really see what he looks like on there, but... Oh yeah, here we go. They never do good avatars, but let's just go for that. Yeah, he's a bit more tracksuit, so yeah. Let's see. Match difficulty, ultimate. 7, Sterling, not going to be in Europe, at least not yet. Transfer window, yeah, and squads, so yeah. Let's go. In hindsight, it was a bad idea doing a career mode without, like, the January moves, but... Not the January, the summer moves. But I thought I'll restart in January and then add them in, but... Yeah, it didn't work out. If anything, it means I'd have to change Rowett's name somehow. That would have been awkward. So yeah. There we go. Go on. Games to play. Not great choice, so just go for the big prize money. So, who have I got? That doesn't look promising. So, we haven't got the latest squads. Sort of there, but not all there. So let's sort that out. Well, we can try anyway. Because I would like to put Vokes in. I think it'd be realistic at least to get a real player in. So let's just shortlist him all that guff. It'd be handy if you could just buy him, but instead you have to go through the scouting. Just tick these off. Yeah, let's just go in the squad up as well and put those who aren't here on the list. So, even though he's technically still here, I want Ogard gone, so he can go. Kuko's gone, so terminate the loan. Suter's on loan, so let's loan him out. Eka's gone, so we'll loan him out. Could have transferred him, but let's do the real world thing. This is annoying when you see a few of the names and you're thinking, how are they still here? Loan out. Don't really like doing that one, but hey ho. And add to transfer list, just for now at least. So yeah, that's it. Hey Pugster, how you doing? I wonder how many Stoke fans have actually done that just to get that email message pop up about Cuco Martina's loan deal expiring. Right. Let's pick some players to train. I'm trying to work out who would be good in terms of in real life as well. Etebo would probably be one. He'd actually be good with attacking in real life as well because he's not that good going forward. Let's see who else we got. You see, this is the trouble. There's just not a lot of youth in the squad. So, yeah, Edwards, I think he needs defensive training, so that makes sense. Jeff Cameron is still there. Yeah, as far as I can tell. Well, at least in the squad, he's on loan, so yeah. Who else? I think I just saw Time, and I'd like to try and bump his stats a bit. God help, he needs them. Who else? I don't want to just go for the obvious ones, but we're running out of options really, so let's see. I wouldn't mind giving him something that's a bit attacking, but I don't know if there's an option. Pass to the mini-net, that'll be good. I'm good, you? And Real said he can't chat in here. Yeah, don't worry, I just saw the chat before the message before I started the stream. I didn't have a chance to reply to him. Let's see. I'm trying to think who actually needs the most out of these three, and I think Afobe's the one. I think he needs something along the lines of actually just keeping the ball. Yeah, let's go beat the goalie. Oh, after all that, I nearly lost it. Okay, simulate. Because I've tried to pick 5 players who I think will stay at the club, but will also can be pushed on in the game, so chances are Time and won't in real life, but if you can at least get to 70 in game, that's not bad. So I'll probably have a mail message in a second. Yep, I was right there. That's... Oh, I can never say his name. Golai. Daniel Golai. Anyway, he wants a game. Playing Palermo. I'll tell you what, I'll sim it. I'll get into the correct shape and everything, but I'll sim the games. So let's get the actual shape we're playing. Let's get the players we're playing as well. It'll have to be a Phobie for now. Swap Woods for Etebo. And I'm going to put Barth in instead of Williams. And that's about it. Ooh, let's put Charlie somewhere as well. I think Charlie can go there. Lucas can go instead of Williams. So yeah, that's not too bad. As far as this one game, I'll give him the starting berth. So yeah, save. You've got to add Lucas to your transfer list. Played great for all the other day. Yep, he certainly did. We've talked a bit about the whole game as usual. That's up tomorrow, by the way. It's not been that good, has it? You seen the tweet Bo did calling out the sun? I did. I thought that was really, I don't know how you call it. I wouldn't say class, but it was smooth. That's it. Basically just saying, yeah, that's bull. Then the Sims broke and McLean scored. I'd press the triangle button, but I tend to lose when I do that. Okay. So 2-0, I can take that. That's a good result. I don't even know where Palermo are now, but I'm guessing they're in Calcio B or Serie B or whatever it's called. So let's go in the squad. I want to put Butland back in, but I also want to take Barrow out. So Edwards and Butland back in. I'm actually thinking, as far as straying away from the real world now, it'd be worth getting another goalie. And I'm trying to think of someone who'd be really available for Stoke, and that's the tricky bit. Let's have a think. Is it just me, or do we always get good results when we're on Sky, bar the first Leeds game? We don't do that bad usually. I'm not saying we've done great every time, but we haven't done bad every time either. Certainly prefer being on TV as things stand. Try and think of a good goalie who could sort of come in and challenge Butland. Grant to be the obvious one, but I want to avoid him. I've got a Man United goalie in my head and I can't think of his name, so let me see if he's actually at the club or if I'm just imagining it. Yeah, and obviously De Gea. Grant, obviously not. Joe Pereira, let's see if he fancies it. There wasn't another, was there? Nah, I think I was imagining that. So I've got 2 players in transfer, Robanta, Vokes and Pereira. Let's see if we can get some of those real targets as well, like McKenna. Scott McKenna. First time I've seen his face. I heard all the rumours, but I never saw his face. I keep looking there. Who else were we up for? Osborne, wasn't it? There we go, Ben Osborne. And the last one, it was Clark, if I remember right. Centre back. There we go. So that's a few interesting ones. Sergio Romero. I think he might have be out of Stoke's range. But yeah, I'm happy to advance now and just let the transfer team do their work. They got to compile the list on 25 games as usual. God, Tony Scholes didn't hit the own goal there. Not the exact club, but it's sort of what happened in real life, so I'll accept that. For the upcoming game, you've played one game, and you're the sub goalie. No, I'm not giving you another one. Cheeky git. You had one, that's enough. McKenna would have been a great signing. Shame we didn't get him. Yeah, I've got to agree there. I was hoping it'd be either him or that Matt Clark from Portsmouth. So if we can get them both in, it'll be interesting because on here at least Shawcross would be fourth choice. Oh, we aren't doing well here. Benevito beating us. Benevento even. Ah well. Let's see. Disappointed not to start. Well, I'm sorry. I can't even think how to say his name. So Timon's gone up to 61 after 2 or 3 sessions, so that's promising. You'd like to think someone in the real life would actually get him by the scruff of his neck and say, come on, they say defend. Trouble is, half the team don't know either, so it's a bit hard to expect that from him. He's still a mystery. McKenna's a bit clearer now. Value in between 3.3 and 4.6, that'd be good in real life. You thought about getting Red Dead this month? I have actually. Heard about it being on, like the Facebook pages and that. Someone was selling it for 40 quid, and it was just like, So it looks like people are like getting to the end and thinking, right, I'll sell it now. So I'm keeping my eye out for when payday comes. So yeah, let's go into buy. I definitely won't get Red Dead though because it's a good game to do this sort of thing. Okay, that's weird. It's as if the game thinks Badu is our best player, so they've decided to put his shirt on the wall, but because he isn't actually at the club, they don't know what to do, so they've just put like a white square around his shirt number. Oh, okay. I'll ignore that. Okay. Oh, I've even forgotten what the transfer numbers were. Let's try 3.4. Fair offer, okay. And let's negotiate. Let's skip again. Client's role at the club. He wants to be used in rotation. Yeah, I think I'm happy at that for now. Let's agree a contract. I'm happy at 5 years. 21, that's a good length of contract. Wow, he only wants 2. Okay. Let's see if we can barter to 4. No, he's sticking at 2. Let's see if we can get him on 3 then. 3's better than 2. That's kind of ironic. They just tweeted the under-23s lineup and he was in goal. And so I'd be tempted to send him a tweet saying, you keep pestering me on FIFA. Disregard the release clause. Yeah, that's alright. 11,500. No problems with the wage. Let's go. So we've got 1 signing under the belt. Just gotta wait for them lot to be signed. And let's follow that up by putting him in the starting lineup. Where are you, McKenna? There you go. And just swap the captaincy to Bath. Is there anyone actually in the under-23s lineup that is surprising like last time? Because I remember Berahino was in and everyone went, ooh. Just thought I want to change that shirt number for McKenna. That one would just pester me a little. If we got available, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I cut official live. 13, no. 20 wouldn't be unrealistic, but let's go 20. Cameron won't be back, so give him 20. Okay, sim the game. I have no idea who he is, mind. He's been at the club a few years. I think there was a time when he was third. Well, yeah, there was a time when he was third choice. I think it was when Grant was in goal. We got Hogard on the bench. And yeah, I think that was it, because it'd be Odegaard on the bench, and because Given at that time was injured, it was him on in like third choice spot, I think. Anyway, Shenton's there. That's not bad. At least he's getting game time, even if it's at that level. All right, transfer offer for Odegaard. Delegate. Let's make sure we get 450 for him. I didn't fancy typing that in. Okay, so let them deal with it. Final scout report on Vokes. Interest shown in Clark. Peter's been loaned out. Shenton's got a loan offer, and Odegaard's got a transfer offer. So quite a bit of business. Receive. So let's do the same. Saying that. There we go. Delegate, and make sure you don't sell for less than 450. I really wish I could keep the soundtrack on the background here. Yeah, go on, it'll do you good, Ollie. Not sure Darmstadt is the best club, but better than being in my reserves. Loan offer for Suter. Alright, he was on the loan list, so accept. Ooh. Should have made an offer for Clark, but hopefully I can get him before he leaves Portsmouth. McLean gets a goal. And I'd have thought this would be it. It's on for Bojan. There we go. Let's see if we can get Clark then, because I think he'd really back the squad up a bit. Probably even start. Did I get there in time? Yeah. So, between 1.6 and 1.95, so let's offer 1.95. I'm curious what the other offer was. $1.95. Just not taking any chances. And wage offer. Now, what will annoy me here is if they don't let him dictate the wage, because it really annoys me that you have to sometimes guess what wage they want, and then they have a bit of a huff about it. Okay, yeah, so if he wants rotation, I'm happy to accommodate that. How many years? I'll start at 5, they'll probably go down to 2, we'll meet in the middle at 3 again. Okay, that was different. How about we meet on 4 then? Yeah, I'm alright with no release clause. And he's given me a wage, which I love, so accept. So that's quite a few signings. Let's get Vokes in now. Between 6.7 and 9.5, so let's go for 6.7. And I'll put Crouch in there as well. Hopefully they'll take it. Just out of interest, do they even practice penalties? Something tells me they don't. It wouldn't surprise me if they don't. I don't think a lot of clubs do, though. You'd think they would now, though, even if it's just a little light-hearted kickabout at the end of a session. Yeah, they aren't interested in Crouch. Let's just avoid real life and let's just say he's not interested. Hey, day. Author of a position. Well, hang on, saying that, I wonder if I could offload Juve to him. Yeah, I did take Juve. That's good. 4 point... Who comes up with that number? 4344. I'm going just because I'm a pedantic so-and-so. I just want 4. Sarge 3, 4, 4. Just 4. Alright, I want 4% sell on. Well, I'm hardly going. Go on then. Who comes up with 4,344,000 as a transfer fee? Never mind. Alright, Sam Vokes. Negotiate. I need a striker. Yeah, let's go important. Saying that, what's his rating? 75. So I'd thought important would be alright for him. I think any higher and I'd be surprised. Oh, he wants crucial. Okay. Well, I can't counter him with rotation, so it's got to be accepted. No, we'll play him, so. Contract length, 2 years. Let's see if we can get the 4 from real life. He wants 2. Let's see if we can meet in the middle at 3. Okay, 3 is alright. No, I don't want a release clause. Oh, now they're going to make me deal with the money. Oh, I hate this. I hate this because if it goes wrong, I can't get him. Alright, folks, you're not going to like me for this, but I'm cheating a little bit here. I want to find out what his wage is, what he's happy at. So there's a website where I can find it. There we go. 52k. Alright, let's try that. Let's have a look. Okay, just seeing if there's anything else they could put in. Right, 52k. It's this guff that annoys me because it's like, really? You can't even give me a guideline on signing bonuses and whatnot. Let's put 500,000 in and add a bonus of when he scores 10 goals for the club, we give him 1 million. I've probably overpaid here, but I want to make sure I get him. Really annoys me. I've probably just overpaid for him by about 1 million or 2. Right. I wouldn't mind getting Pereira in, but I'm guessing he's still being scouted, same with Osborne, so let's see how we go with them. Let's go back to the squad. Let's put Vokes in. Let's get Clark on the bench. Alright. This is looking good. Can't believe the wages footballers get sometimes. You're telling me here. Am I in the final? Okay. I hadn't really been keeping track of the pre-season tournament. I was just like, okay. Give Vokes some praise, see if we can big him up before his first game. Suter's loan move rejected. Shenton's been loaned out. Shanghai, SIPG have shown interest in Harry Suter. That'd be a fun move for him. Go on, go to China. I'm assuming it's China. Let's see. I'm sure there was another transfer there somewhere. Oh no, it was these two I was looking at. Right, so how much for Pereira? 3.5? Right, I'm getting him in because I'm sure he turns into a good goalie if you give him chances. So I like the idea of going for him now. They've even got Peter's shirt there. Ay, ay, ay. Player swap. Who would Man United want out of our squad? God, it'd be funny if we could land them Hogard. I'm actually quite curious here if I could flog anyone to them and just sort of say, yeah, go on, have them. Maybe they want Fletch back. Looking to bring in a midfielder, full-back or centre-back, so author of a player. No, I'm not giving them Lasso. Offer of a position. And I've been through them, so now I'll offer a transfer fee. Let's start at 2.1. Want 2.6? Alright, that's fair enough with me. Not that big a hike. And let's negotiate. What role will he have? I'd like it to be rotation, but he might want more. It'd be good if, for this part of the negotiation for goalkeepers, if it was black and white, you're either a starter, you're on the bench, or you're in the reserves, not, you know, crucial importance and all that lot, because it doesn't really fit with goalies. If they could work that out, it'd be brilliant. Alright, he's happy on a 5-year deal. I'm happy there. Let's disregard that. Get onto the salary. And I've been asked again. So, once again, I'm going to use my little cheats. It sounds bad, that, but the way I look at it is, I would rather get it right than get it wrong. So his wage is 31k, so let's go for that. Let's go for 300,000. Let's go clean sheets. Once he hits 5, he gets another 500. Probably way too much again. There we go. And finally, Ben Osborne, who's got quite a few good positions, so that could be good. Between 4.15 and 5. Okay. Let's see if we can flog Forest someone in particular. If we could do this, this would be impressive. Oh yeah, they're interested with cash. Bit cheeky that it's got to be that they want cash for him. So, 2.88. I'm not sure that actually works out, because when you look at it, on the game's valuation is McLean as 2, and they're asking for 2.88 as well, so that means 4.88. His valuation for Osborne is 3.8. So I feel at the very least I could try and lower that down to 1.5, and if the game bites back at me then, I'll be annoyed. Oh, come on, 2.75. You're asking for a lot there. Let's try just plain old 2. Get rid of the Salon clause. You want 2.95 because of that. Alright, how about 2.25? I'm haggling. Right, I'm stopping at that because I think after that you're taking the mick. You can have a Salim or you don't. You're going to take some time, alright. I've no idea why Burnley signed Crouch. He's 38 and I really don't think he'd have much benefit for him. Well, he played a part in their goal the other day. Obviously still got something in the tank. Maybe not for every team, but if someone's got a clear idea of what to do with him, he's still got a part, I think. I know one thing though, Jack will definitely leave in the summer. Yeah, I will be surprised if he doesn't. Not necessarily because I think people are queuing up for him, but because I think he's pushing for it. So that is the sad thing, but I just don't see Jack Butland here next season. Same with a few of them. I mean, I wouldn't be against that back line to a degree next summer. You know, Martins Indy would be the one I'd take out, obviously, but I'm not against Edwards getting a chance. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. Funny enough how Martins Indy got the goal there. There's a few a bit big for the boots, and I think they're going to get a rude awakening when they find out that no one's really interested. Just the funny thing here, because there are 3 viewers on this stream, you never know if one of them is a footballer who's just bored. It makes me chuckle, just that idea. Anonymity and all that. Alright, so they're sticking at the 2.95. Let's go back into negotiations, because that is still too much on top for McLean. Let's try 2.35. I've upped it a little. No, I am now sticking to my guns. You're trying to fleece a Premier League club. Alright, you come down to 2.5, I'll take that. Still feel like you're fleecing us, but I'll take that. Let's see. What's Osborne going ask of? Expects to be one of the important players. Okay, I'm happy at that. Let's discuss a length of contract. 5 years. He wants 2. Let's go to 4. You never know if one of them is what. Well, you know, point being, you never know if someone is a footballer, for instance. You never know, they might be bored. I don't know. Could be one of the youth teamers or whatever. Three years, there we go. Point being, you never know who anyone is on the other side of a YouTube thing, do you? Anyone could be watching. No release clause, I'm happy at that. Let's see, 19,000, that's good starting wage. Yeah, I'm happy at that. Yeah, footballer. Okay, so we've got pretty much everyone who wanted to get in, so that was a very good window. Still room for a few more, but I think I'd have to get a few out because, well, the balance book isn't looking good. But it's a good start. Let's just put a few people in the places. Let's put Osborne in there. Let's get Pereira on the bench. And I'm spinning around in circles because I'm trying to think what I'm doing. Yeah, I think that'll be it. I'm sure I've missed one though. No, I haven't. Okay. Hey, your lie. Aye, aye. So yeah, I'm happy at that. I think that's a good place to leave it for now. Wait until a few people have come in for people, etc. Agreement for Hogard's sale, that's good. I'll accept the offer. They've paid way over the odds for him. Yeah, if Al-Shabaab want him, he can go. I'm not sure Suter wants that move. Hence why he didn't go to Shanghai. It's a bit of a glitch in FIFA at the moment. Players sort of look at the club they're at and think, well, hang on, I don't go to that club down there. They want something at least just a little bit lower. So they very rarely get loan moves. It's like Campbell here, he's getting loan moves from Halali. And I somehow suspect he isn't going to take the offer up. I mean, in real life it wouldn't. But still, when they're the clubs making the offers, it is unrealistic. Offer for Hogard retracted. I thought I accepted it. Oh, is that the other one? Alright, that was confusing, but hey-ho. Let's put them in training. Oh, hang on. Let's... yeah, let's quit training. Let's put the new players in, give them all boosts. Because Matt Clark looked pretty low. So let's give him a bit of a boost. Who else we got? Vokes won't get much better, so no point rushing him through. Osborne's got potential, so let's give him some boosts. Ooh, what's his 90? Agility. Ooh, that could be good. What's his passing like? Not bad, but let's see if we can improve that. Midfielders. Didn't get anyone there. So after that, it's really just improving defenders again. Let's boost McKenna a bit. Didn't buy a fullback, did I? I will need to. Let's give Pereira a boost. And the last one... yeah, let's give Edwards the last boost. I'd like Pereira come on in the background just throughout the season so that he's hopefully pushing Butland hard. I need a left back. That's awkward. Let's have a look at Luton, because that is likely what will happen in the summer. I forgot about the guy who a lot of people thought we were going to get from Luton. Harry Isted. I'm sure that he was one of ours at one point. James Collins, he was a pain as well. I'm sure he scored against us a few times in the Cups. James Justin, there we go. Just curious who they've got. Dan Potts, I think I've heard of him. Interesting having a look at that. George Thorne, I think he's been around. Interesting squad. Yeah, another weird-ass loan offer for Suter. Can't just give us Fleetwood, it's got to be some random club from a faraway country. Hogarth's gone, yay, thank the Lord. Transfer offer for Fletcher. Okay. Let's negotiate. I know Graham Potter won't be here, but I'm actually curious if I can push this a little bit. I want bang on his market value. If I can get this, I'm impressed. Okay, they won't pay a million, so that's their prerogative. Plus I'd wager that's big wages off our books. Let's have a look. Actually, I'm going to look the other way now. What is the wage list? So I've made Vokes the highest earner at the club on 52, which I don't think is real. Because I'm sure Butland and Allen are probably on 60. They say Bo's on about 25. I could believe that that's about it. But Fletcher, yeah, 23 it says here. I'm not sure if that's accurate, but it'd be interesting if it is. I'd have thought he'd be more like 35, 40 at least. Fletcher sold, Campbell loaned out. Fair enough, he wanted to go to Hallelujah. Another loan offer from Al Wedder. He's getting offers from everywhere, Suter. Transfer offer for Martin's Indy. River Plate, 4.6 million. I'll tell you what, if I can get the 7.3, I'll take it for him. Come on. There we go. No, you're not dictating to me. I'm the selling club. If I say 7.3, that's what you're going for. No, I'm not listening to you. 7.3. For those of you who are wondering, I do actually do this when I'm playing it by myself. I will actually remind myself that no, I'm not bartering on this. Because I can see the number and I'll actually forget what I was saying, so I have to keep talking to myself a little bit to remind myself, yeah, it's 7.3 I'm dealing with. And obviously that guy hadn't got 7.3 to spend, so he was wasting his time. Alright, I'm going to go out of the real world a bit now, in the sense that the players I've looked at are all possible. Maybe Bar Pereira, I don't think he'd come to Stoke. But I'm going to have a look at a few of the FIFA youngsters. So Harpy's got potential, and I'm going to hope I can remember his name. Ither, is it? I'm forgetting it. I know he's playing for a German club. It's going to be hard to remember though. German club, left back, under 25, I'd say. I haven't signed him at any other career modes, but that's purely because I didn't really need him. There we go, Gianluca Ita. I'm thinking Aaron Martin as well is up there, so I will shortlist him just in case, but yeah, I think that'll do me because the others are just out of my reach. You think Jones will play Verlinden? I'm doubting it. I think if someone's been in the frame already, then they've got a chance. But I think by this point he's made his mind up on who he thinks is there or thereabouts. And it's a shame because I had high hopes for Verlinden, but he's a bit like a lot of them. They just don't get near in the end. I don't know what it is about our youth team. They never get close to progressing. 65. Let's hope there's some potential there. Where does Verlinden even play? My knowledge of him is a right midfielder, but he can play as number 10. But I'm going to say he may have changed positions a little bit since I last heard about him. That was my last understanding, though. Let's offer $1 million for him. Ooh, can we offer a player swap? So, see if we can get someone off our books. Who can we get rid of? That would be quite a nice move for Crouchy in a sense. Looking at from full-back, striker or centre-back. The game does this too often in the sense that you do offer something that is possible. You could imagine Luton saying, you know what, Crouch would actually be a good signing for us. But they say, no, because he's old, we don't want him. It breaks the real life of it. I don't know. Let's go for the $1 million. It's a shame because that would have been a good deal. Okay, let's do the negotiating. Croucho only 800k. Yep, they haven't got the updated numbers. Let's counter it and offer him rotation, because I think that'd be good if we can get the wages down a little. Let's agree on how many years you want to sign for us. I'd like it for 5. Disregard the release clause. 5.5. I'm happy with all that. Oh, and we're at Leeds. So, the season starts. I'm getting into concentrating position. Let's see. I won't get the shirt numbers closer to what they would be, so I like his number 40, so that's why I'm shifting him. Let's see. Got players at the club who I don't want to just kick out, like Shawcross, for instance, and I don't want to just cancel Williams' loan, so let's see. That would make a bit more sense. Clark being 6, and it says Justin 11. I don't think that's realistic either, so trouble is, what do I give him? $21 would be an alright number. So yeah, just skimming down, and I think that's about it, because Osborne 18, Vokes 10. Yeah, that all seems in the realms of possibility, so yeah. Let's just have a look at the squad one last time. Shawcross made the bench. Let's put Justin in the starting 11 for Martins Indy. That is a really different back four. Ince, Berahino, and yeah, that would work a little bit. I'm wondering if there's a little too little on the bench, but that could work. Right, let's just sort the subs out. I think if things are going wrong, I'll take a Phobia off for Berahino, Bojan for Ince, and let's see, what can the final sub be? Actually, I'll leave the final sub as a bit of a wild card, just in case I need to do something randomly. Pugster, why not throw a random number on them? Are you thinking about the shirt numbers in the cutscene? Or are you talking about that what I was just doing there? I was going to say I could have done that. It's one of my things. I love shirt numbers. Years ago, I did a blog post about the science of shirt numbers. It was just something I really enjoyed. It gets my nerdy side out. Or even more out, should I say. Okay, so yeah, I think I'm happy to go into it. Let's put the goal news on, because I haven't even got goal news. Okay, play on. How do you do the custom subs? Yes, good question. Just as I can't answer it, it's one of the thumb triggers for me, so it's going to be one of them for you, I'd imagine. So for me, it's R2, R2, one of them. So it's one of them for you. You have to do it before the game, though. It's not Alan Road, but it doesn't look bad, that.
With Alan Smith for your commentary today on this match, which is going to have an extra factor to it. The heavy rain that's been falling.
Yeah, the ball is going to skid across the surface. I did used to like these kind of conditions.
Try and make my screen bigger. There we go.
It's 1 or 2 goals about for strikers.
For the game today, Leeds United against Stoke City.
Ooh.
Check for you on the
That's it.
United lineup.
Okay. Dribbled a bit long then with Tom.
To get forward, and I'm sure the main striker won't be isolated.
Ooh.
It's a bit like that on our screens.
Yeah, he could be a lonely man up top there if he doesn't get support that
And I'm already beginning to remember why I don't like playing on this screen,
needs support. He can't
because the refresh rate of this monitor is not that great.
Well, it's 4-4-2.
It's certainly not suited to playing football.
Controls it, never looked like bouncing off him.
it made it look easy.
Okay, let's go.
His positioning did that for him.
Come on, Justin.
Oh, what a game this should be, Martin. Two of the top fancied teams to win the league title this season. Opening day couldn't be better. It's just who can settle maybe first, who can find the stride.
Ooh, I was hoping to get that out wide.
The ball at the moment.
I don't know why that went in.
Adam Forshaw. They should be able to play on a wider front now, Alan, shouldn't they, with the signing? Great ball.
Let's see if we can just jockey him a little. No.
Into the penalty area now. Rushing it here. Moving from one side to the other.
Oh, I thought I'd just nick that around him.
Gonna try his luck. He cleared that really well.
Have I got it? Yeah. That's it, Etebo. Come on. Let's go forward a bit. Ah. This is the trouble. Leeds in the game will be good as well, so I'm sort of testing this out against the best side in the division. Very awkward.
Good width in the attack here, looking for a cross at the end of it. Danger was looming large.
Not good opening stats for me passing either, 66.
Any football fan will say, when the rain comes down like it's coming down now, it's going to add to the thrill. Shots on.
Ooh.
Here's the chance, goalkeeper exposed.
That's it. Sit back, Alan. That's it. Come on.
Otebo. Into the attacking.
Okay, I could have sworn Vokes would win that better.
Good reading of the play by the defender.
Imagine the amount of lines they have to record for the commentary. I'd like to think it's a lot, but I think nowadays the only thing they tend to record are the new names.
Better team.
There's very rarely new commentary now.
And you wonder whether they would make that domination count.
It's half of the criticism this gets.
Thoroughly deserved.
Although I will say, Lee Dixon and the other one, I can't think of his name, Derek Ray, they would have gone through it all this year, so fair play for them.
Leeds United in front.
Yeah, they did a good job on our stadium as well. I wish they didn't have called it the Stoke City FC Stadium, but I understand why they can't call it the Bet365.
Saw the ball, went for it. That will end the threat, at least for the moment. Otebo.
Ooh, 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 that was a sloppy ball.
Douglas.
So I'm not surprised I'm one down, I wasn't playing good. I'm wanting to give Justin a good run in, but I fear he might not be ready yet.
Luke Ayling.
If that's the case, I might have to bring in Martin's Indy for a bit.
Name of the game for this team.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Good progress with this attack.
Ooh, that was a bad touch.
Lost the ball. Janssen.
Come on, win the edit. That's it. That was a bad...
He just missed, kicked it a little bit there, and
Not good.
we'll see how the team shapes up. They've got a new manager, and this is their
Tried to block the 1-2 and pretty much gave him free reign to do it. Oh, come on, Jack. I thought he got that. Probably haven't even bothered to ask for permission to name it Bet365. I would have thought there was a loophole, because I'm sure it's the King Power Stadium in this. And I might be mistaken, but King Power is alcohol, if I'm right. Or is it betting? Either way, it's something that you would have thought there would be a legal question mark over.
room now out of the wing.
I know I saw King Power when I saw a clip of Bangkok recently.
Probing pass. Looks the goalkeeper in the eye. Got to
Oh,
open up
who was that?
the shot.
Right, you don't have a go.
Alright, Tom, I'll let you off. No, good touch though. Might have to get him practicing shooting.
Douglas. the opposition
That's something I keep hearing about Stoke with the diamond shape, that we keep seeming to
had a poor shot.
struggle to deal with the wide areas. I just hope we work that out, because otherwise we're going to get exploited time and time again with it.
Shot on! Oh, it's come off the goalkeeper, still in play. Good distance to the clearance then. Trying to catch the other team out with a quick break here.
Ooh.
Loses possession. Liam Cooper. Pablo Hernandez.
Nope. Okay. Bojan's having to do a bit of tracking back here.
Here's Phillips.
Come on, Justin.
Chance.
Nope, you got dummied.
Shot on! Shot blocked here.
Probably not the one player who wouldn't boot that.
That ball belongs. And the assistant
Okay.
raised his flag for offside.
Don't you think it's a bit arrogant the owners named the stadium their own business? If you're talking about us or them, I think it's more sponsorship related, isn't it? In the sense of that way they can actually pump some more money in.
Disappointed with that touch. Maybe took his
I think if someone had said, right, we'll offer more than what you were legally allowed to offer for Bet365, then they'd do it, but they haven't had that kind of offer. Is Vishai's son Leicester's chairman now? As far as I know, at the very least I'm pretty confident he's acting chairman.
corner played into the middle. He worked so hard on his heading. Needs to do a bit more work, I think.
I never looked too much into it because it was a case of, you know, you just assume these things get sort of cleared in the wash, as it were.
Out of play for a throw.
Ooh,
Never quite as simple as you think to throw the ball to one of your teammates.
yeah, I've got to say, it is a bit tough passing to a person in purple right now. Oh. Not a man nearby.
Do lead now by 2. And they've worked very hard for this.
I'm being offered subs already.
Cross the line at the end of the match, we'll see. Just widen the margin here to 2-0. Bojan. Bit of space for him. Now out on the wing. Well, that's good defending.
I'm going for opening day flashbacks here.
That's the referee's decision. 2 added minutes. Just read the intentions of the opposition there to make the interception.
Ooh.
Bojan. Good strong tackle. We've given it straight to the opposition.
I think we should get a new badge like Hull. It would kind of have been better for it to be called Sir Stanley Matthews Stadium or something like that.
2-goal
I think when Britannia this dissolved, something like that wouldn't have been bad. But equally, I can understand why they want the money. You know, it's their way of saying, right, we can't just pump, for argument's sake, £10 million into the club. So if we name it after the company, we can then do that. So I think no one complains about it for that reason.
put into the middle.
Oh, I thought Bojan got a header then.
Only a corner. Could have been won
Like I say, I think if nothing was going in, people had complained. They'd say, hang on,
before the game.
give it a generic name rather than that.
In this performance.
He's got that ability to find space within shooting distance, and he's done it really well.
Ooh.
Opportunity, which at this stage, in this situation, pretty vital for them to get the next goal.
Yeah, you do wonder whether they'll look back on that chance.
Funny thing as well about Sir Stan, I think Blackpool could have a little bit of a question mark about that.
Luke Ayling.
Not necessarily a bad one, but they might say, really? He didn't spend his entire career there.
Not sure how risky this might be.
Best parts of it, you could argue, but he did get to an FA Cup final with Blackpool, so... Yeah, just saying it might be a bit awkward.
Good control build-up.
Right, come on.
Behind. In with a chance. Got the opposition backpedaled a little.
There's no one running with Bojan here.
Chance now. Well, they
Oh, that was annoying. I wanted a square.
hole then. It was a great chance, I thought.
All there was a phobia in the box, and I thought it's better to take a bloody chance with Bojan then. Ooh.
Did well, stuck out a foot, cut off the pass. Well, Paris Saint-Germain have been pursuing their target, and they've got him. Good vision. He's through here.
He's someone I'm surprised has stayed at Inter all these years, Mauro Icardi.
And they get it away.
I'd have thought some club would have prized him away by now. Makes me think he's either not as good as he was sort of made out to be, or he's a very loyal player, which again I'm not convinced of.
Put his foot in to cut out the pass.
Well, he was born here, yeah.
Where there's space.
Ooh.
Can he pick somebody out with this pullback? Good work by the goalkeeper.
Ooh, did come on.
Here, and still 30 minutes left. Read the play well.
I'll tell you what, I'm hoping that this is just Leeds. Otherwise, this is going to be a very awkward carry on.
Opening them up with a through pass. Little piece of interplay between the two. Well, the wide man can show his skills here. Good defensive.
I'm just getting no luck with clearing balls here.
Adam Forshaw. Well, he's cleared the danger.
In fairness, Vokes and Afurby can't be everywhere.
Joe Allen. On to the attack now.
Ooh. I think I need to make a sub. 1-0 up Shenton. Well, that's good. Let's bring Ince on. And as much as I don't particularly want to do it, let's bring Woods on for Etebo. I think having Allen slightly ahead might be better.
It's going to be his throw here. Well, we're going to get substitutions from both camps now at the same time.
Edwards looks like he won't go off then.
That's a good spot by the defender. One or two players are warming up for the home team. We'll see who comes on.
Oh, come on.
And in the shot comes.
Ah!
That is one of the great saves.
Had no right to stop that. Had no right to get a hand on it. What a stop.
Well, they've decided to make a change. There's activity down there amongst.
Tom Edwards. Come on, Tommy.
Whipped in from the wide area.
Nope.
Defender did well to get to it, but hasn't really finished the job. Joe Allen. Woods. Wasteful. That's going to be.
Kinda wish Etebo would get a goal not scored for us yet.
Players have done well.
I wasn't expecting him to be prolific. I thought he'd probably be a 1 or 2 a season type of player.
They've got no doubt in their minds.
So he's still got time to hit my estimations.
They set it up well for the cross to get back in the.
Oh,
That did look like a real opening, but they've dealt with it. It's Harrison. I think the wide man's got a chance here. There's space out near the touchline. Trying to find a way through here, probing away.
ooh.
These two have got a great understanding with their passing.
Come on.
Whip it in now. In towards the near post. Well, that's the keeper's ball from the moment the cross left his foot.
Let's pass it back to Osborne. Let's see if we can get forward. Back again. Ah.
To Harrison.
I'm guessing it's the AI as well, because this is the hardest difficulty level, but it's as if they are just an inch quicker to gain up to all the balls. So it just makes it so hard keeping hold of it. I mean, I'm playing the same difficulty on AC Milan, but they've got sharper players, so it's a bit more easy.
Coming on to try and repair the damage now. Corner played into the middle. Up for grabs here.
Ooh.
Got the opposition backpedaling a little bit. Douglas. Brilliantly intercepted. Well, suddenly they could be on the counter-attack.
Oh, come on.
Looks the goalkeeper in the eye. Surely.
Oh, you little swine. This isn't going well.
Phew, got away with it. And on the clock, 8 more minutes.
Has since gone to right back.
That's lovely passing this. And knocking the ball around with such confidence.
Yeah, it's the understanding between those players down there. They seem to be reading what each is going to do before they've done it.
Adam Forshaw. Luke Ayling. And now the shot! Oh, charged down. Break quickly when they get possession. In behind the defence.
Right, come on.
Gonna try his luck. How did he save that?
That Casillas making a few good short-range saves.
Absolutely brilliant.
It's Bamford.
Please give a round of applause for today's man of the match, number 23.
Good vision. In on the goalkeeper. He's had it.
There we go.
They score. They're still a long way behind here.
I think that's a glitch where it puts players in random positions. Yeah, I've noticed it a few times. Let me just check. No, it's still there. I think it was just deciding to put insert right back.
Get forward after a lot of
Managed to get back up front in good time.
The defenders for that, but when they did get the ball, they moved it forward really quickly. They were ruthless there.
Off we go again, 2-1.
Well, I don't like losing when I'm streaming, obviously, because who likes losing in front of people, but I could actually take a 2-1 loss because I didn't really know what was coming into with these players, so yeah, I'm not too down in the dumps about that.
Now Joe Allen.
I say it like that because I didn't know how McKenna played, I didn't know how Justin played,
With that clearance.
so yeah, 2-1, I can sort of accept that.
All over and Leeds have won. Well, there we are. The first game of the season is over, and you always like to start with a win, but they've started with a defeat.
So yeah, that's not the worst thing. I mean, I think as well, things improved second half a bit there. Marginally, anyway. It's about Stoke level of improvement. So yeah, I can sort of settle there. Only Aphobia and Etebo didn't really raise the game. So it was like 2 or 3 minutes added time. Yeah, they never have a 6, do they? I think the game would break if you told it do 6. Loan offer for Edwards, loan offer for Suter. Right, the Suter one. Foggier. I swear I know there probably is a Foggier, there definitely is even, but I feel like they're making names up now just to try and send him somewhere exotic. And no, he's not going to Red Bull Salzburg. So yeah. Let's train the players. This is like the bit of FIFA that's not glamorous, isn't it? Training players, doing scouting. I feel like we were missing something in that match. And I think it revolves around these two. A bit like in real life, there wasn't a good sub to bring on, and Adam isn't it. Even though in real life he'll do for now, I feel like we need another midfielder. I'm just not sure who that is. Pardon me? In real life, how do they calculate possession and passes? Well, with passes, I'd assume someone's literally there. Have you ever seen people with a counter in their hand? It's the idea that it's just a little button. You can find them in Ryman's or Panley. It's basically a thing where you press a button and it just counts for you. And I assume what happens is they have one in each hand, someone's watching the match, and they go pass, 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 pass. And eventually, at full time, they stop pressing the button, and then that's the number of passes. And then maybe someone else is doing forward, sideways, backwards, whatever. So, yeah, I assume that's one way of doing it. There is probably a more computer-based way of doing it now. But yeah, it's as far as possession goes, I am assuming it's a case of they calculate it based on the number of touches a team has. So, for example, say for the opening 5 minutes, the team's got add maybe 2 touches compared to the other team, which is at 100. Then you sort of do 100 compared to 2, a ratio of that. So I assume that's how it works. But I've never looked too deeply into it. I always just take the stats as given. So, final scout report on Gianluca Ita and Jan Fett Harp. What's my budget like right now? 27.91. So I could really only afford 1. And left back's the weak area, so let's see if we can get Hitter in. 1.45, let's try that. Don't the players have that device thing on the back? I think they might do as well, so that calculate more than just stats for them. I think that would also... that does a lot of other stuff that I just couldn't even guess off the top of my head. But yeah, it would record all the stats in game, I imagine. We'll go on, let's see if we can swap timing. Okay. Offer a transfer fee of 1.4. That's a fair offer, thank you very much. And there they were asking for 3. Let's negotiate. Let's begin about talking about the role at the club. He doesn't expect to be sitting on the bench all season. Okay, that's quite gracious. Yeah, go on. Let's discuss the length of contract. I'm worried I've got the wrong one now, so I'm going to go 4. Okay, let's meet the middle at 3. Disregard the release clause. And yeah, for how much I'm paying, that isn't too bad. So yeah, that's not too bad. Harp, he isn't that expensive either, 1.7. Let's see if we can get him in. I feel like I'm trying to get rid of Crouchy, but I'm just trying to get some semblance of realism in. Okay, 1.7. And negotiate. This has been a very busy transfer window. I won't give him prospect, but he might not want that. Rotation. He'll be happy at sporadic. Wants rotation. Okay, I can accept that. He'll get games anyway. It's just me trying to lessen the nagging from the AI. How many years? Let's go 5 because I know he's good. He'll probably want 2. Oh no, he's happy at 5. Alright. Disregard the release clause. 6.8. No problem. Accept. So that's 2 more players in on pretty good wages, I'd say. Let's... I'm actually curious now if I should swap out Ita. Yeah, go on, I'll put Justin on the bench and I'll actually take Shawcross out. That's not nice to do, but hey ho. And put Berry, in the reserves for Arp. Arp. I ain't got a clue what you call him. Arp. Just sounds a bit too simple, that. Anyway, put Arp on for Aphobie. That still doesn't solve my midfield problem, but it's better than how it was looking. all those in the reserves now are sort of those who I'm not too fussed about. So yeah, this is quite interesting. So Brentford. Let's see. I think for Brentford, I am actually going to just play a real life queue. I'm going to put Etebo on the bench and put Allen slightly forward. Get the ex-Brentford player in the team. Now, if that stat's real in real life, what I've got to ask Ryan Woods is, why doesn't he play enough forward passes? Because if he's got a good vision for a long pass, use it. Get a Phobie or Vokes or whoever running.
Welcome to you all to the Stoke City FC Stadium. Martin Tyler here, along with Alan Smith. And this is our match today. It's Stoke City versus Brentford.
Oh, here we go. Second match of the season at home for this team, relegated last year.
Ooh,
Been welcomed onto the
just a little bit close.
excitement as the more successful teams would be, and you can understand the crowd's frustration and fear how they're going to react to that relegation campaign, and coming up against a side that middle of the road in many respects. Can't see them doing too much in terms of pushing up.
I'm surprised how Brentford are doing in the league. They looked quite good when we played them recently, and you see the league table and you realise they're a few places behind.
4-4-2 for them today, but we think the middle four might be a diamond, Alan.
Yeah, and it gives them a bit of solidity in the middle of the park, and I think the onus is on the fullbacks to provide the width in this shape.
Check for you on how Brentford will line up for this match. Well, we put it up as a 5-2-3. It could be 3-4-3, couldn't it, if the wide players get forward from the back?
Yeah, I think it's one of those. It could
I don't know what shirt number I gave Ita.
wants it to be. He has got some very talented lads out there, though.
It's decent attacking play. Good skill with the ball to beat a man.
Let's have a nosy.
The clearance then.
Number 3. Okay, well, Eka is sort of gone, so I can live with that.
Such an important position in the modern game at full-back, and they've strengthened, haven't they, with this signing?
Yeah, and I think you're always looking for athleticism when you're looking at your fullbacks, and this is a player that can get up and down all day.
Shots on here.
Ooh.
Blocked here. And he can clear it here. Josh McEachran. Doing well to keep the ball. Here's a chance to whip it in. Now we have a corner to fire that deflection. Gone short with the corner. Sorensen. Shot on! He blocked that well. Oh, what a touch by...
That was all a bit too close.
Quick to get into position, to get his body in the way there.
Who got the block then? Ita. That keeper made a good save. I mean, he hasn't played for us, but by all accounts, he's highly regarded.
In goes the corner. Splendid header. Superb save.
Yeah, he got
Obviously not highly regarded enough to make the bench, but
it scored, but
we haven't let him go yet.
ideas.
Allen. Now it goes into the wider areas where they've got a winger waiting.
I mean, that Ryan Sweeney deal last week did it for me. I think, come on, this guy is meant to be a great prospect. You know, we signed him for just short of $1 million.
Break now.
So you think,
Referee
we've had him for, what, 2-3 years? And we've already sort of let him go?
will let it goes.
It really annoys me.
Jack Butland's the goal.
It's a symptom of the club. I'm not blaming Jones for it or anything, just... We signed these players, they're supposedly good, and then when they sort of here for a while, you think, are they? No, I'm talking about youth players, unfortunately, not the senior ones.
Cleared the ball. Must take the lead here.
Ooh.
Made the save.
Never heard of Ryan Sweeney. Yeah, we signed him from Wimbledon. He went on loan to Bristol Rovers. Then he went back on loan to Bristol Rovers, and
That's his game.
we sold him to Mansfield after a loan spell this season.
That's safely away.
And I am personally disappointed in that because I saw him and I thought he looks like he could be a good young centre off him. You know, he got the right frame for it. Maybe he needed to learn a little bit as far as the art of defending, but that is something that I think it wasn't impossible to teach him.
Couldn't have hit that better. Difficult technique.
So yeah, just a bit annoying.
And he is playing with confidence.
Nice to get Vokes off the mark there.
That was an amazing shot. Very difficult technique, and the goalkeeper left helpless.
Well, he's rooted to the spot. He flew past him at some pace.
And that's a goal well worth analysing again.
Just wondering if there's a good screenshot here anywhere.
It's not
No.
easy for managers to work for, I know that. But his players are doing what he demanded beforehand now.
Stoke City in the lead.
I've said to myself I might do a random stream where I do an Uncharted stream.
Josh McEachran.
There's been a level I've been stuck on for that for ages. And I keep saying to myself, if anything, the one thing about doing one of those streams,
Straightforward piece of work
the game's got photo mode. So at least I could take a screenshot before starting it.
to Allen.
Whereas in FIFA, you have to pretty much hope there's a good screenshot in the game.
Watkins. Going forward well. It's a good cross. You can see what he was trying to do, but the defender in the way.
Getting closed down a bit.
Edwards. Here's Edwards.
Yeah, I'm going a bit narrow here.
Keeping possession. Gets his cross in.
Ooh, okay. This diamond is pretty tricky to play at with, in the sense that there are benefits, obviously, but you really have to remind yourself that if you're playing as a fullback, you've got to make sure that you don't push them too far on. Otherwise, you're really exposing that side of the pitch.
Through.
I mean, that's true in real life as well, obviously, but
They can spread the play now.
considering I'm not good in wide one-on-ones, it's not something I like exposing myself on.
Defenders managed to get in the way there. It's a good way to nick the ball back. Quick thinking. Untidy work. Woods.
Ita.
Bojan.
Ooh.
Well read by the defender. Clever thought with the pass, but the execution was not good.
I've said it before as well, I have a thing where I can't really play on both sides of the pitch in the same half.
Throw now after
If I always like being near sides so that I can actually see what my player's doing rather than...
Joe Allen.
I feel like I'm sort of leaning over when it's the other side. Like now, I'm going to try and pass it over, but I feel like I'll be leaning over towards those players.
Josh McEachran. Slipping it through. Well, that's the keeper's ball.
Good catch.
The moment the cross left his foot.
On here, McKenna looks like a big tall unit, as you could call someone. If that's the case, it is a shame we didn't get him, because I think him and Barth would have worked quite well together.
Woods trying to thread a pass through, but not successful. That's half time. Signaled by the referee. 1-0 the half.
So I'd like more than one, obviously, but after that first game, I could do a game points on the board, so focus on keeping the clean sheet.
The start of the second half.
No, my luck, I'll say that and immediately do a Stoke and concede straight after half time.
Well, it will be a throw. It's gone out off that player there. Woods.
Ooh, come on.
Opportunity in a wider area.
Ooh, just a little...
And he bangs it away.
That was a bad ball. I was hoping it was Vokes at the back post, and then I saw the air and realised, nope, little wee Joe Allen.
Well, the wide man can show his skills here. Chance to put it in the box from here.
Okay, that was not good.
Well saved.
Shouldn't have had a chance at all with that, but oh, what about those reflexes? Brilliant.
They've gone short with the corner.
Ooh, sold me a dummy.
Whipped in from the wide area. And they've
Jammy gets.
equaliser.
Who they try and... Who was it?
Very good build-up, Alan. Very good goal.
Barbette.
A really accurate corner and a fantastic finish.
He's the one who was linked with us as well, I think.
Away we go at 1-1. We've got the away manager indicating he wants to make a substitution now. Patience is the name of the game at the moment. Tackle here.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Here's Edwards. Plenty of space out wide, and they're going to use it. And out wide, they were in a good position until that defender acted very promptly and decisively. Woods. That's a clever pass. It's a good cross.
Oh,
Lovely glance that.
I'm sorry, I did like that one.
The header.
That was a good header.
Fine goal.
He's all,
I honestly thought that was going to go over the bar.
we know he's a fine header of the ball. He showed it there.
Didn't he get it right? The leap, the plotting of the trajectory,
Yeah, that was a good header.
contact with the head.
Well, when you can do that, when you can jump like he can, he's
I would actually love to see a header like that in real life now because they're too rare.
So the lead with Stoke City.
Stoke City goal.
Josh McEachran.
Right, like I said before, let's see if we can keep the no goals again.
Let's see a substitute coming on.
Don't particularly fancy having to go and score 5-4, you know. Let's see if we can get the non-clean sheet.
Inside Liverpool Football Club, that the deal is done. I think it's out on the official media platforms now. They have made their signing.
Yeah, well, they've had to put the money in the pockets, about 50 million quid, which I don't think that's an outrageous figure.
Oh, he's through. He's had a go here.
Yay. That's it. Come on.
For them. Got a firmer grip on the game now. They're two ahead.
Just chose a random celebration then. It wasn't even the random button, it was just I did a random thing on the controller.
Two very well taken goals.
I'm curious if this will be a good partnership in real life. I've always liked Vokes for his sort of frame and how he comes across, but if he can actually translate that on the pitch, it'll be good.
3-1 the scoreline. Restart the game. Manager thinking for the away side, time for a change. Well, this is where managers
Number
put
12,
their money into
Makoyo,
situations.
Makocho.
Substitution. Got to get it right, really, to have any chance of getting anything from the match. Woods.
Ooh, okay.
Came in with a challenge. He's got his tackle in.
A little bit rough, but fair enough.
Woods. Now Joe
Ooh.
What a good try. Off the outside of the post.
Certainly caught it, and I don't think the keeper was getting across to that.
Not too bad that from Tom. Wrong side of the post, but better than that first shot that went wayward. Ooh, the little bugger. I'm trying to block off the easy passes for him.
Watkins. And that's into the gloves of the goalkeeper. Not the hardest thing he'll have to do today by any means.
Thank you for the ball back. Oh, wrong way. I was hoping to get that out wide. Hey, oh well. Back we run.
Going forward well.
That should go out for a...
With a goal kick.
Yeah, goal kick.
Well, the manager not wasting any time here. He's going to make the change.
Lewis McLeod for Romain Sawyers.
Turn this around. To Allen.
Let's see if we get that out to Ita. Oh. Oh.
Important area to win back the ball.
Down the line, down the line. Can't get a ball down the friggin' line.
Them in the goal, but they've still got the ball.
Ah. One misplaced pass. Let's make the final sub. Let's bring Justin on. Getting some game time.
Here comes the corner. Good pull.
Ooh.
And he's done it.
2 set pieces.
Look for the equaliser.
Well, that breathed a bit of hope, I think.
That's annoying. 2 set pieces, 2 goals for him.
They believe once again.
Well, plenty of
You think McLean will score again for us? Maybe. I wouldn't rule it out. He's got a 4-year contract with us, so there's plenty of time on paper for him to get that goal.
He's through here.
Oh.
Difficult technique, and he didn't quite catch it.
Yeah, fair play for
Not to mention if he's starting up front for us, he's in prime position. I mean, I heard in commentary on the radio, they were saying first 10 minutes or so he had a chance that he should have buried, and I'm thinking, alright, let's have a look at that. Highlights come out and it doesn't show it. So, yeah, I was a little bit surprised at that. I think the radio bigged up that chance.
going to be asked to head the ball.
Either that or
Well, I think
the highlights just decided to skip over it.
their way in the next few moments.
He's coming forward with some danger. Excellent play to lose his marker. Definitely.
Ah, shouldn't have touched it.
Watkins.
I was hoping to have like a sly touch on that and, you know, I'd be sort of able to worm a penalty out of it, but as a Stoke player, I wouldn't score it.
Makocha loses possession. Allen.
Ooh, dee. Come on.
Can they hang on to this one-goal lead? The fans are trying to play their part in it happening.
Yeah, and it's the approach that the home team take that will be important. Do you go on and push for another, or just try and hold what you have?
Watkins. Makocha. And now he's looking for some support. Right from the beginning, we've never known which way this game is going to go, and it's kept its drama right to the last.
Please give a round of applause for today's man of the match, number 9, Benny Afobe.
Watkins.
I'm going to say, I'm not letting you get an equaliser. You haven't earned that. I'll get a red card before I let you do that.
3 minutes to be added on.
Alright, Jackie boy, hold on. I've seen your comment, Bugster. I'm just going to try and wrap this game up.
Edwards.
Oh, really?
Now they're looking to get forward from this position. Watkins.
There we go. Well, I meant this season. Okay. Well, every shot he takes is either 5 yards over the bar or stumbles over his own feet. Yeah, that sounds familiar. Do you think Bo should try to score the next pen? No. Vokes for me. I think Vokes is the big name striker now. I think if he wants to take the pen, let him. He won't miss everyone, he's a striker. So, if he wants them, he takes them. That's my opinion. If Bo's on the pitch and Vokes isn't, yep, let Bo take it. But I think Vokes is the number one striker. Let the number one striker take it. That's weird. Second time I've played career mode as Stoke, and the second time I've got Vale in the cup. Very weird. It's almost as if they know that we don't play Vale often. Loan offer for Sorensen. No thank you, I'd rather keep him. Two more days, there we go. That was quicker turnaround than I was expecting for a game. I didn't realise Adam had an offer. Look, I'm sort of open to giving Ryan a transfer, but equally I'm looking and thinking I'm not sending him off to Medipol Başakşehir. I'm going to say if a sensible offer or a realistic one comes in, I'll deal with it. But no offence to that club or that country, just not entertaining it. I'm only just about entertaining the fact that we've got a second Potters derby. Pugster, I just don't understand. Vokes had an excellent pen record at Burnley, and now once he comes here, he just misses. So strange. It is strange, you know. It is a case of you look at it and you think, well, I can't imagine it is a curse of sorts. I just imagine it's maybe bad luck. It is where that Clucas thing did have some ring of truth in it, but equally, you don't go blaming that. LSI, busy, but Reels want you to check Discord. Oh, okay. I can check after the stream, but yeah, no problem. I think I know what Reels is looking about. Yeah, no problem about that as well. I'll see you around, Lasai. Let's swap some players around. Let's get Clark in for his debut, and let's give Ryan a game. Let's see who else we've got. Let's put Martin's Indy on the bench. Might as well give Williams a spot. Let's put Joel on in the first 11. Put Federici on the bench. Sorensen for... Yeah, let's put Adam in. I'm doing this and I'm instantly feeling awkward because I'm going to put a lot of left footers in that side. But I haven't got a lot of second choice options, so yeah, that's how it's got to be. Let's swap the forwards around. Let's go for Berahino and let's put Harp in. Let's give Crouch a bench roll. I think that is about right. Even when we get another pen, it's very likely we'd miss it. I mean, there's only two ways with the penalty, left or right, and goal is guess right sometimes. Well, you're wrong. There are three ways, left, right, and centre. And as you've just pointed out, they usually go left or right, so the idea is bang it straight down the centre. But the thing is, you've got to have knockers. Well, you know, you've You have big ones to try it on. It got the wrong gender there, didn't I? But yeah, you've got to really be brave to go down the centre. I think Vokes would be. Adam would be as well. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. $80. Yeah. Okay, let's play. It was Arp. I don't know how to say his name. I feel like I've confused it in my mind. Arp is a German forward. In the game, he's one of these up-and-coming ones who goes from like low 69 to high 85. But I don't know what he's like in real life. I would like to see how he's viewed currently. Then they'd probably save it with the legs. Smash it straight down the centre a little bit high. Unless they literally got scissor legs like that, then I'd like to think that you could at least miss the legs. Down, down, down. I thought the microphone had gone there. Alright. I heard Danny Pugh and Michael Tong took training for Port Vale the other day, and I couldn't help but think to myself, two ex-Stoke players managing Port Vale, it's got a bit of a ring to it, that. Well, I mean, we never go for the top corner. We did the bar. I mean, Berinophobia tried. Yeah, I know what you mean. I think as long as you hit it with power, there's very little anything a goalkeeper can do. You just have to hit it with enough power that they can't get to where you've placed it. I mean, look at them penalties we've missed lately, and a lot of them have been not low-powered, but, you know, I bet you could hit them a bit harder without losing accuracy. Oh, I was trying that way. Oh.
He's a player that likes to attack the ball. He doesn't shy away from the physical side either.
Charlie Adam, Ince, spotted well by the defender, cut it out. Oh, it's too strong, the cross. It's gone over everyone in the middle. Been some speculation.
Gerard Piqué to Man City. Not in my lifetime.
Today we've heard for definite he has moved to Manchester City.
Yeah, and I think both parties will be absolutely delighted. I think he'll have a successful career at his new club, and around £45 million. I think that's money well spent.
I'm not saying he wouldn't move to a club like that, but I think it's more like he wouldn't leave Barcelona anytime soon.
Adam. Good width in the attack here, looking for a cross at the end of it. Shots on here.
Ooh,
Very quickly.
I thought that wouldn't get blocked.
Good position. They've worked this attack very well to quite a dangerous position.
Well, Jack really needs to learn how to save a pen. He hasn't saved one since that Hazard pen. I know. I mean, it's a shame because I thought Jack had sort of got a good penalty technique back then. But I think he sort of got cocky with it And I think that might actually be a symptom of his entire goalkeeping attitude. But back then, I could have sworn he said he'd researched out Hazard takes the pens. 2 secs. And that's made sense, you know, in that you think, all right, he's studied which way he goes, he's practiced, and he knows which way he's going to dive. But you haven't heard any of that since. Just got a bit thirsty all of a sudden. Why are we playing Vale? Because the FIFA Cup draw is cruel. It knows if I lose to Vale, I'm going to throw a paddy, so it wants to see what happens. You know, I feel certain in saying that if I'd have been playing as Liverpool, it wouldn't have drawn Everton in the first game.
Here's a chance to just stretch the opposition with a bit of width. Looking a problem until the clearance was made.
Come on, run. Oh, you... That reminds me of real life. Berahino's got a space to run into and he just stands there. I mean, look at this. I was literally just waiting for someone to move then.
It's unlike him, really.
And I mean, this is FIFA. I recognise that this is not real life, but come on.
Joyce. I like the look of this attack.
Imagine if we got him back, that would be a miracle.
Strong favourites for the
Oh, about Nzonzi's comments about the weather. Yeah, I've heard about him. He said it was too hot in Seville, didn't he? I don't think he minded by the end. In fairness, if you gave me the chance to play in Seville, I wouldn't turn it down.
Which he does. I think they deserve that, Martin. They've had so much of the ball last 5 minutes.
sensational start there for the goal.
Defenders seem to lose the concentration almost. They saw it coming from a long way out.
Okay, I know it's the Vale, but I can't take him lightly. Last time I did, and I got beat 4-0.
Joyce.
I've pretty much put out the first team here. You know, this is essentially the team I'd be putting out if we had 2 games in a week.
Christian Montana.
Which will happen.
They build this attack.
Quite a few times.
Luke Joyce.
Ooh.
Really hit well.
Okay.
Didn't trouble the goalkeeper.
Yeah, maybe a little sighter for him.
It would be a miracle if we got Nzonzi back. I mean, I keep saying it. If he has a bad season at Roma, I'd be tempted to nudge him and say, I know we're in the Championship, but do you fancy coming back for a year?
Well, they've got the ball back now in the middle of the field.
Saying that, I imagine he's really enjoying the Rome lifestyle.
Adam.
As much as I would like to go to Milan first if I was to go to Italy, Rome would certainly be high on the list.
It's in. Fine moment for them. They've got a firmer grip on the game now. They're 2 ahead.
But yeah, Nzonzi's my favourite player of this era. You know, like the last 5,
Didn't he get it?
maybe even the last 10 years.
The plotting of the trajectory as the ball came in and the contact with the head.
Well, when you can do that, when you can jump like he can, he's such a strong player.
I think he made the midfield job look so easy. Well, easy enough that I think to myself, if I could just gain a bit of muscle, I could probably do it. You know, and that is bad that a player can make things look that easy.
On a certain shape, and boy, is he getting results out there.
Just widen the margin here to 2-0.
Stoke City.
Chance for back-to-back wins for the new manager, having been successful in his 2nd game in charge. His game number 3 and beginning to take shape under him.
I think so. I mean, there were signs that he's getting the players on side, and another win here. The crowd
Okay,
behind him.
come on up. Ooh,
That has cost
clearance.
them. Could have been worse. One of the players that we really thought at the start of the game would be the sort of guy we're talking at the end for the right reasons, but we might not. Surely.
Oh. You seen them light shows they do at Wolves? Wouldn't be a bad idea to do it at ours. Or would they have the software? I don't think they couldn't do it. I just think we can't be bothered. I think the Stoke board and all their attitude is, the fans are noisy enough, they can do it. You know, and it's a shame because, sorry, look at that guy on the line. He wasn't even playing there. He was like, oh, we're at balls like that. Oh. Sorry, I know it's animations again, but it's like, look like a player. But yeah, I just think the board wouldn't really give a damn about us. I don't know. That's a pretty good goal, that. Cheers. At least I can say I've scored a pretty good goal tonight. After that Leeds one, I think I lost a few people. I don't blame them, that was a bad game. I feel it was tough against Leeds, but still I could have done a bit better. Oh, lovely.
Nothing like for a manager seeing a goal like that. Real team effort. Great understanding between those lads down there.
Might make a good impression for the away fans. Well, I'm liking what I'm doing here. Each time I score, I go to the away end.
Never scored a goal before, but he found himself in the position. He didn't hesitate. Well, it's great when a plan comes.
Yeah, I'd like to think we'd have a manager doing a mental like that as well. I'm getting my revenge, that's all that matters. The AI really did a number on me last time, so I'm getting a bit of payback. When I did the mid-season review, I didn't particularly like having to put Vale beating me in it. Ooh. I do think they should freshen the stadium up a bit, though. I mean, they do bits of refreshing, as you called it. I mean, I think the family stand gets a lot of TLC. I mean, what is irritating me is how they're talking about putting contactless in the stadium. Now, I'm not as clued in as Tony Scholes on this sort of thing, but when I tried to set up a small business, I actually did have a conversation with someone who deals with contactless and that sort of stuff. And WorldPay shouldn't be that hard to set up. I mean, if you look on the card reads, a lot of them have WorldPay on it. So you're thinking, unless he is really penny pinching about how much he wants to pay to the card reader, you know, and how much of a cut they take, I don't see what the problem is in terms of implementing it across the ground. Because you would think more people paying contactless. It's secure for the fans so they don't have to carry cash. It's going to be quicker because they aren't having to put a chip and pin in and they aren't having to exchange cash and change. Plus, you'd just imagine it's a convenience. I'm a modern fan in that way, though. I've just realised I've had that on pause now, and I bet you anything I get a copyright flag for that. This game loves to nobble me with copyright. It's nice if it affects me badly, like a guy who's actually monetised, but still it's annoying. If anything, because if I ever did get monetised, you think you have to remember then, don't you?
So we'll restart with a throw-in.
It's a bit hard to refresh our whole stadium, though. I mean, I went to St James's Park, and I've got to admit, I really did like their away end. Even though it's eye up, you know, and you've got Yar and the Gods, it really was nice in terms of the concourse, and it just looked very modern. And I agree that I think that could have been implemented across the entire ground in terms of making the old place feel modern and clean, and not like it's just had a lick of paint. But I'm not sure how they can do that, because you would have to change infrastructure in certain areas to do it. It's where I could do with going a few more grounds though, just get a bigger idea, because Brighton wasn't bad. Their away end was similar to ours. Well, our home end anyway. But, like I say, I mean, Everton was nice. It was quaint, I'd call it. You know, it was... My mum didn't like Everton. She didn't like the seats. But I've got to admit, I like the whole idea of it. I actually felt like it was a mix between old and new. They had, like, contactless and card readers and all that sort of stuff. But they did have the old seats and even, like, the old... like wooden concourse for the where you sell your food and that. So maybe it's just me. I like a bit of the old in football. It makes it feel like a place has actually been there for a while. As long as the kitchen itself is clean, I don't mind.
Spotted the pass and cut it out. Well, we're 2/3 of the way through the 90 minutes, half an hour to go. Slip through. He's in.
Ooh, you little so-and-so. And they still have actual people in the turnstiles. Would be better with those machines. Just put the tuckers in and it turns green or whatever. Yeah, but if you do that, how many people are going to abuse the system? I mean, I'm not a fan of it, but if it means that people are less likely to, say, lend tickets to the mates to get in, I think the club are going to do what they can. Plus, I'm not against staff getting jobs. Let's give Charlie a rest. Oh, I wish I could get... Did that do it? I don't know. I hope it did. That should have saved a screenshot. Oh, come on. Behave. Oh.
Brilliant defending. It saved a certain goal. He was almost wheeling away to celebrate.
Well, it says bring Osborne on, and I don't want to do that. So, let's see. Let's save Ince for a bit. Let's do that. Be a bit unorthodox. They have it at Wembley in most stadiums, so it can't be that big of an issue. Yeah, I get that point. Saying that Wembley is at the top end, you know, that it's a bit of a difference between Stoke and Wembley. You see now you can get to the gantry in most stadiums, you have to go on the roof and everything. Wonder if it's like that there. And then would like to see that score on Saturday. Imagine not supporting Stoke or Albion and turning into Sky and seeing Stoke a 5-1 up. I think people would actually be disappointed they didn't tune in. Because you can imagine that most people would say, watch what's on BT. Come on, Crouchy. Where is he? Oh, he's defending.
Corner played into the middle. In the crowd of players, the keeper goes for a punch.
Oh, okay. Come on, Pete. One last hurrah. I think that was his last hurrah at Shrewsbury. Getting that late goal. Shrewsbury.
Well, that'll be a throw. Peter Crouch. It's a very good interception. Still 20 minutes to go. Guided through. Shots on here. Got to it somehow.
What a stop! That was headed right into the corner.
Looking to take the corner quickly. Here comes the corner. Super reflexes.
Ooh.
Post.
Very lucky there, Pereira.
Busy, and he's certainly busy at the moment. The frame of the goal helping him out. And now at least he can settle his team down and get the ball upfield.
Well, if you hit the postal bar, you've not hit the target. Although they did in the second one,
Ah.
too easy for the keeper.
Hugh.
I don't like the idea of them selling oatcakes in the away end as well.
Paid good money and they
I'm not particularly a fan of that now. But saying that though, if it promotes oatcakes, I won't complain.
Joyce. And that's when he...
I can't imagine many people would eat them though. Unless they've heard about them and go, oh, go on, I'll try an oatcake. I imagine there are too many who'd be like, nah. Don't fancy trying that guff.
You need a defender to show his class, and he's done just that. He had
Lassay off, Osborne on.
as well as the players, with some movement from the bench. Corner swung in.
Ooh,
Outstanding save at full tilt.
Well, he's a bit
let's
mad.
block the shot.
Every inch of his heart.
Block the follow-up. There we go.
Tell the keeper was pleased with that, and why wouldn't he be?
Oh, bad ball that anyway.
It's a poor touch, and the possession's gone away. Here's a chance to attack. Working hard just to see maybe a sight of goal. He's got his shot off. Went for placement here, and not far away, but he'll be frustrated.
Well, when you're that far out, I think if you just get some power behind it, the keeper will have little chance, but he chose the other option.
Ooh, dear, come on.
Hugh. Shot on. Really hit well, but didn't trouble the goalkeeper.
Yeah, maybe a little sighter for him there.
Bauer. Now that's a throw.
I bet they'd be like, nah, I don't fancy one of them Scottish rice cake thingies.
Etebo.
I don't know what accent I was trying there, but yeah, I can imagine. In fairness, I see actual Scottish oatcakes as I think they're best being called, and
Played off to the support
I think, can't you just call them something else? It's like, I dislike Tunnock's tea cakes being called tea cakes, because for me they're just chocolate biscuits rather than tea cakes.
We should thank these supporters, Alan, for the
Tea cakes for me have currants in and you butter them with toast.
Their reward for that is seeing their team win.
You don't have chocolate on them.
Quite rightly, they're celebrating that here. They can afford to relax.
Careless there.
Oh, I thought I'd won that. Ah.
Hugh. Well, I'll be honest with you, these last few minutes have dragged a little bit from where we're sitting because the game as a contest is long over. All credit to the team that's winning. And shoots! Pushed onto the frame of the goal. Goodness me, it's hit the post. Looking to win it back. And the added time will amount to 3 minutes at least.
3 minutes.
On to the attack now.
What did you think about season tickets going on? Well, not going on sale, but being bought up by the club today. I mean, me and Mum did discuss it in terms of what our thoughts are, but we're definitely waiting for the prices, not necessarily
Got some room out here in the wide.
for a yes or a no, but more because we're curious what they're going to pitch them at.
Here's an opportunity with the ball over the top. There'll be a signal here at the corner. It's put in the corner.
I mean, my belief is they can't raise the price because the football hasn't got better. But They could try and keep it the same, which I don't think's right either, but they'll say they need to make some money. It's a very delicate situation.
5-1 the final score. Confirmation then.
Would never get one, so don't care really. I'm assuming that's the oatcakes.
Close to the wind. Opportunity in a wider.
Or the tea cakes. A lot of goals in that match. Let me take these off a second. What time are we on? 2 hours? Apparently we owe the most in Championship. Yep, that's true. I think we owe about 200 million or something. Whatever it was embarrassing to read. I know there are clubs down at the bottom end of the table that owe diddly squat to their owner. And I was thinking, why can't we be like that? It's not as if Coates had ever called us on it, but hey ho. Oh, you meant the season cards. Alright, so you'd never get a season card, would you? I thought you meant the Scotch ones or whatever they are. Let's sort the subs bench out because I think there's going to be 1 or 2, yeah, like them who are a bit tired. Oh, Didums, they're all a bit tired. Let's swap in. That's the trouble, they're all a bit tired. Alright, I'll keep Vincent up and leave it there, but not great that. Seen the price? I have, but I know they do price plans. So, because of my mum's disability, for instance, and the fact I've got one but it doesn't really register, my mum can get a disabled card, and before, when you're taking like the instalment plans, it was about 22 a month for 10 months. It's a lot that, I recognise that, but I get a free ticket and that's probably cheaper than an adult ticket. So I can understand why, if you haven't got that benefit, you look the other way. But equally, I think when you break it down as far as the instalments, it's about the same as a mobile phone contract. And if, fair enough, you can't really afford 2 mobile phone contracts essentially, then yeah, it's a problem. But if you can, it's worth it. That's my view anyway. I mean, I used to pay for a season ticket a lot when I was at uni, so, you know, on top of that 20 odd pound I've just mentioned, there'd be train travel, bus travel, all that sort of stuff factored in as well, so it's definitely up for consideration when you're pricing it up. It's not just a simple case of the actual ticket. Then if you include cup games, that's a whole other thing as well.
Martin Tyler here with you as usual.
Not always a problem if you got knocked out in the 3rd round away from home, but still.
It's Preston North End in our match today against Stoke City. Any pre-game thoughts about Stoke City today, Alan?
I think for the favourites to win the title, they would have hoped for a slightly better start to announce their intentions, but that win and that defeat has left things open for their competitors at the top there.
I'm going to say a win and defeat isn't good, but
The system
the way I look at it is, I think if that had been the start to the season, we wouldn't have been complaining. I think the win and the loss, sorry, the loss and the draw really did us.
the Stoke City team. Here it is for you.
Ooh,
That's a good block. He has cleared it well.
and things have just snowballed ever since.
Pearson. Joe Allen. Guided through.
Oh, and I'm annoyed there. I wanted to hit it with his left.
Contact on the ball.
I thought just bend it like that. Instead, he sort of, I don't know what he did. Just sent it well wide. I'm guessing the season cards are just home games yet. No away games included.
Tommy Spur. Able to cut that out.
It does work out cheaper for individual games. That's for certain.
Maguire.
but because away clubs dictate whatever price they want, you can't really do an away card. Although I think that would be a good initiative for clubs to agree to. Especially in the Premier League. I mean, they've set up the 30 as plenty, essentially. You know, no away tickets more than 30, so I think it'd be a good deal if clubs essentially went, you know what, we'll offer you a deal where you can go to every away game for, off the top of my head, I'm guessing £380. Well, that's if it was 20, so call it 20 for argument's sake. And, sorry, I've just had to do the sums, 570, wouldn't it be? 570 for 19 £30 games. But yeah, I'm sure there'd be people who'd snap it up. Especially if it guaranteed you tickets to go to Old Trafford, Anfield, at the Emirates, Stamford Bridge, etc. I mean, to be honest, I'd take it just for a trip to St James's. I didn't really like Newcastle before I went there, but they really impressed me how hospitable they were. Took care of Mum. That's a big thing for me. Well, you know, like, they were very... Like, if she was going to a seat, they were saying, do you want Andy, and all this sort of polite stuff. Whereas some stewards we've been to, they've just done the job and walked off. And oddly enough, you hear about what happened at Preston this year, and you think, I'm glad we weren't at that match. I wouldn't have liked to have been going to the loo at half time and got caught up in that.
Room now out on the wing. Now Joe Allen. This with a chance to go into the lead now.
Offside.
It's offside. That's what the assistant has said.
Well, when he looks
Have you done the EFL supporters survey? No, I haven't. I didn't know there was one.
time he's run,
I'll have a look.
Well, we can see it again, Alan.
well, it's so difficult, these decisions. But
I don't tend to get looped in on EFL stuff.
well played.
Brown. Stoke City have got great character in their play. They're going to need all of it, you feel, in this match. Now, this looks promising.
Well, it's an important area to win back the ball, that.
Ooh, okay. Ooh. Winning some very smart balls off me. Just in awkward areas for me to do anything about them.
Bit of keep ball going on here. They set it up well for the cross. It's a good cross.
There we go.
Easy.
How many stadiums have disabled seats like we do? Yeah, I think they all have to have something. For me, it's the quality of care, you know, in the sense that it's like Middlesbrough. I didn't think their stadium was wow, but they did have good disabled facilities, like they have a lift so that if you're up in a second tier, you can get to the seats more easily. You haven't got to climb the stairs, you know, and again, for me, that's a big thing.
Here's the shot.
Sometimes as well, it's just a good seat. It's at Brighton. Me and my mum were on our own, but it was handy because the supporters are all standing up, so it just meant we could see the whole game.
They've been playing well enough to deserve this goal.
It does take you away from the action of it. You know, it feels like you aren't part of the crowd, but on the other hand, you see the action, you see the game. So, yeah,
That's what you call
I like how it's by a river.
hit with power. Hit into the
Are you talking about Brighton? Oh no, not Brighton. Middlesbrough there.
Here's the goal again.
'Cause I'll admit I mentioned a few there. I like that, and the crowd are chanting Super Ben. They've obviously picked that up from the Forest supporters and recorded it. Either that or they've just decided to do a recording of Super Ben.
Brown. Maguire. Pearson. Looking for an opening with some good control build.
Ooh,
I must say the defender
clear.
bounced and got away with it. Allen.
Oh, bad ball.
Unlike him, really, to play the ball straight to the opposition.
Yeah, I mean, I think the only thing I didn't like about Middlesbrough is the fact that it was very much like our stadium. You know, it felt like going to a home game, but after a long travel. You know, it's not like I demand variety, but there was a bit of me going, God, I wish I just stayed at home and watched that. So, you know, if I was like, if I lived in Hull, for instance, that wouldn't have been a bad away trip. I'd have actually rated them very highly.
Pull the muscle.
But because it was 5-6 hours getting there plus the same back, you don't really rate it. I mean, it's funny, for similar reasons I didn't like Palace. You know, they were much like Everton. You know, they had what I'd call quaint services. You know, like the actual concourse was outside for the most part. So, you know, I wouldn't like be out there in the rain. But it was fun to see. On the other hand, though, after you've had a 5-hour journey, you don't really want to be seeing that. And I'm saying 5 hours as if that was right. It was more like 8. I think we set out at 7 o'clock and didn't get there till just gone 12:30, and the game was at 1. So we had like 10 minutes or so to get to our seats. Whatever it was ridiculous. We were late getting to a seat, I know that.
Gets his cross in. Cleared away by the defender.
I think for a 3 o'clock kickoff, I'd be tempted to go Palace again, but I can't say I'd want to go Borough again, unless it was like a good price. Oh, I thought we'd lost that to offside.
He'll want to clear it. Couple of options for him from the free kick, whether to go for goal or put it to.
Well, imagine if you're your first time playing FIFA 20 and you played a Stoke and they started singing Delilah, that'd be funny. I would like that. I mean, I think they have got a few Stoke chants in there, but I've never heard them. There's a week where we play on a Monday and then the Friday, that'd be fun. For me, that's a nightmare. I'm going to say, I know it could happen in the Premier League, but for me here and now, that is a nightmare. Ooh, should have aimed a bit better there. We're just about coping with Wednesday, Saturday. So, 2 games in a week. Ooh, no, thank you. We get through it, it's just that we'd have to record it pretty much straight after the match, and it takes a bit of the fun out of it for us. Because, you know, especially in the last few weeks, speaking for myself especially, I feel like I've tried to do more stats. I've tried to just try and paint a better picture of the game that maybe isn't covered as much. Ooh. So, it's irritating that, you know, if you have to cut the game time down, you know, you have to cut the preparation time down, you have to not compromise on quality, but you have to do a lot more in a shorter time. And we play Norwich on the Monday. I don't mind that, actually. Norwich on a Monday sounds good. Not for the Norwich supporters, but for us. Well, we haven't played on a Tuesday or Wednesday for a while. I think that's coming up in the coming weeks. I don't know exactly when, but I'm sure there's a double week coming up soon. It's why I've been enjoying these little midweek breaks since the FA Cup.
To Allen. Here's Edwards.
Now you see, that's for me how teams could pass back. I mean, not exactly like that because that's very computer gamer style, but if you're going pass back, make sure that you're waiting for an opportunity to pass forward. Don't just keep passing around and take it nice and easy, tick-a-tack. Just, when you see an opportunity, get it forward. Too much of our play seems to be, ooh, I don't fancy that, I'll pass sideways. When's the next international break? I hate those. I'll be honest, I actually said in a tweet the other day, I'm actually looking forward to the international break now because it's been that long since we've had one. I'm looking forward to it. One for the vlog part because, you know, it would be nice to have a little 2-week break from that. But also, it'd be a change of pace as far as... I was actually enjoying the Nations League of all things. I didn't think I would do, but I like the fact that England were doing well. So I'm actually looking forward to seeing how that goes. Hopefully Harry Kane will be back for them.
Bojan.
It's not the be-all and end-all of international football, but I think it is a fun little addition.
Oh, that's good defense.
Maybe had we been doing worse, I would have had a different opinion, but you know, you're in a competition to win it, so let's see if we can win it.
To Stoke City's next game, Alan. Any thoughts?
Well, they're playing Wigan Athletic in their next match in the Championship. I think they'll cope with it well. I think that.
And he could get away here.
Nice one.
By the post.
Let's have a look at that, because I think we play Portugal in the next game.
That was perhaps the place where it was impossible to save it. No goalkeeper could have reached that. It clips the post on the way in.
Yeah, really good strike. He took
No, the next net game's against the Netherlands, and oh, it's in June, that. So we've got quite a way for that. 6th of June. Which makes sense, you know, it'd be after the season.
goal, but now the manager so pleased because
If you're going to have actual competitive fixtures, I suppose it makes sense to hold them when the actual season's over.
Maguire.
So it's pulling people's attention away from leagues and cups.
Short passes.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Come on.
Davis. Gets his foot in there.
I suppose it's a nice substitution for friendlies for a while. Well, that's it as well. That was what used to do me in, that you'd have a friendly against, say, Germany. And, you know, it'd be like we'd win 1-0 and it'd be like, oh, come on, this group are doing well. And then, you know, nowhere near it come the actual tournament.
Between the two.
So I feel like the Nations League, it's not the answer, but I think it is a sort of, well, you know, this is a trophy at the end of it. So if you're beating Spain on the route there, you're doing all right.
Some transfer information just to give you to confirm the deal you might have read about earlier. Edin Dzeko has completed his move, a huge move to Real Madrid.
well, it's a fairly big transfer figure, £40 million.
Again, it's
I think this lad won't be
it's not the be-all and end-all. I think this England squad have got potential, but if they don't fulfil it, you know, it's sort of what we've grown up with. I think Gareth Southgate did more than any of us predicted in the summer anyway.
Brown.
I was hoping that we'd get out of the group, and we did. And then you sort of hope that when you draw Colombia, you don't get embarrassed by them, you know, because,
Crossing is a skill and
you know, they are a good team, Colombia. I was actually surprised how dirty they played in that game, because they could have played us off the pitch if they'd wanted.
the referee is
I think they made excuses a little bit before the game, and they used playing dirty as an excuse to do it.
going to try and do it with a substitute.
So I'm glad we won that game, but on paper I've got no problems if we'd gone out to them. But then you get Sweden in the next round, and it was like, oh, come on, we should be beating Sweden. No offence to the Swedes. And then, you know, after that it was Croatia. And I'll be honest, I was disappointed to get knocked out to them because, you know, it was like, okay, Croatia are a good team, but equally they aren't much better than us. So, yeah, it was an interesting summer.
Won it back with an interception.
It certainly made the Nations League more interesting because I think everyone wanted to see if England could carry on.
He's still to play.
Well, you can't knock the fans. They're trying to do their bit to push the team on for an equaliser here.
Then you got the likes of Jadon Sancho getting game time for England, and you're thinking, yeah, just little things that sort of kept the tournament interesting for people like myself who, you know, I'm like how you've described it, I'm not that into international football, but for the first time in a long time, I think that coupled with Stoke not doing well has made me interested.
Defending there, stopping that attack. Clark.
At least interested enough to sort of say, when's the next fixture?
The intentions of the opposition there to make the interception. Got some strength, hasn't he, to shield the ball like that. And here's an opportunity. Trying to thread a pass through, but not successful. So we're coming down now towards the last 50.
Yeah, I haven't made a sub in this yet. Could do with going to the bench.
Tommy Spur.
So Edwards will get a booking for that. So if Bauer's on the bench, nope. I'm not bringing Williams on. Let's get Clucas on for Etebo. or Etebo. Ince for Bojan and Simon for Rita. Well, going 3-0 up to Spain was a surprise. Yeah, it was. Colombia should have had a red card and they dug up the penalty spot. Yeah, there's that as well. It's like I said, they played dirty. I don't mind losing to any country, but as soon as you play dirty, you lose my respect. Panama, they were dirty as well. I wouldn't have had a problem with them in terms of, you know, as a team or a country, but yeah, they didn't do themselves favours. A Tobo. I hope someone tells Pedrick that James McLean is not Sam Clucas sometime soon. That was irritating me to death last time. I'm glad he wasn't on the weekend.
Getting forward well as a team now. Gonna try it. And he's put it away.
Nice goal, folks.
Well, they've extended their lead in this game. And the gap between these two sides is reflected.
I mean, the way I see it is, if we can go 3-0 up against Spain, then we should be able to at least fancy our chances against the Dutch. And then if I'm right, we've got the Portuguese or the Germans in the final, and you think, well, a final's a final. You don't know what you can get. But whichever way it goes, you'd like to think we've got a chance in them from the semis. If we got Germany in the semis, then yeah, I'd have probably not been looking forward as much. But even then, you think, well, you've got a chance. Not a big one with it being the Germans, but you have got a chance. Ooh, come on. I feel like I didn't deserve this win. Well, in terms of 4-1 anyway. I've sort of just cruised home. Well, I actually bought that game. No, not doing that anymore. Not doing bad there, 4 goals. 4 goals in 3 games. And did Sam get the first? Can't remember who got the opener. Ah.
Tommy Spur. Pearson. Neatly intercepted. Brown.
The fourth official has indicated there will be a
Shot up.
minimum of 3
He's
minutes
blocked the shot well. That's his game, isn't it? Intercepting.
Oh, you bought the whole game. Right, I get you. Well, I'll be honest, I wouldn't do it until the team start bucking up a little. If anything, it's just like watching paint dry to an extent. I mean, we're averaging... Whew, I thought that was in then. We're averaging, what, 2.5 shots on target a game? You know, it's not exactly high quality entertainment. That was a good save by that Rudd.
In goes the corner. Good defensive clearance there. Success here for Stoke City as the final.
You can sense a red card coming on Saturday. Don't know too though.
Why not? I mean, if you're on top of an opponent like they were here.
I can't say I've got the same Spidey sense, but put it like this. Listen to the vlog tomorrow. It might give you some insight into where it might be coming from. Mum's stats certainly paint a picture.
This with a chance to go into the lead now. Oh, fantastic.
Also, Vokes got a hat-trick then, did he? Oh no, Osborne got the first right. There we go. Good game, that, though. Still think 4-1 flattered a bit, but it was a good game. My cat's fast asleep on the bed. I'm going to have to wake her up soon to put her out for the night, and I'll probably get devil eyes off her, as if say, why are you putting me out in the cold in this? Trouble is, if I don't do it, she wakes me and Mum up. Which isn't the worst thing in the world, but still. Well, actually, I tell a lie, it's not me and Mum who she wakes up, it's Mum. If it was me, I wouldn't mind, but they don't wake me up. They wake Mum up. And that just isn't good. What was it like? 10 red cards for West Brom? I wish. We haven't done bad with red cards though, only 2. Yeah, I'm actually quite glad with that. I mean, I haven't counted them, but I can believe you when you say 2. I do think overall this season our discipline's been good. I think at times maybe we've needed to be a little bit dirtier. You know, we haven't been playing great football as far as, you know, pass. So maybe sometimes just actually doing the dirty stuff and stopping the other team from being so proficient up front wouldn't be a bad thing. Then again, though, if our only option is to get red cards, I'd take sort of how we have been doing it. Where's Ari Suter off to next? Sandhausen. Look how many 5 clubs he's had. He's had 5 offers, according to this. I feel like it's been more. Not a single one of them from the FL. Harry's having the P taken out of him here. Yeah, Williams with that awful Wigan game and Etebo against Derby. Yeah, they're the only ones I remember, so yeah, none of that's a surprise. I feel like we've been good in that sense. I mean, I'm just looking at this guy here, Jared Bowen, and I said it in the vlog that will be out tomorrow, but for me, Bowen was their talisman. You know, and that good free kick, that just should not have gone anywhere near the goal. You know, in terms of it should have been a simple catch for Jack. Just seeing his face makes me feel sad because it's just reminds me of how far Jack's fallen in my estimation. You know, I remember when Jack got on the first team at the club and I was so happy because he is a good player. Even now, I think Jack Butland is one of the best players that we've had. Yet, he's just letting himself down now with silly mistakes like that and then blaming it on the fans, or at least looking at the fans as if to say, you know, you're on my back sort of thing. And it's like, I don't know. Let's put Adam in. Let's put Ince in for Bojan. I'll bring... Put Etebo on the bench. Actually, saying that, if Etebo is that option, I think I'll put Berahino on the bench. Because I'm happy to leave the strikers. And I'll swap Ita for Justin. And I think I'll give Clark his league debut as well. So yeah, only a few changes, but enough. Let's see how that gets on. Do you think Bath and Vokes will be good for us? I think Bath did good against Hull, but Vokes could have done better, I think. That Wigan game was absolutely dreadful. Yes, it was. I'm hoping to beat them here just for that reason. But as far as Bath and Vokes, I think they're both going to be good in the long run. I don't think Vokes was helped having a a McLean up front with him. I think if he had a bona fide strike partner, I think they'd work better. But if he keeps with McLean for a bit, I'm willing to give him a bit of time just to see if they need to work out what the other's doing. But if he sticks with McLean, then I think he needs to explain what his reasoning is, because one game you can sort of go, okay, I've got an idea, I want to try it out. A couple of games and you're thinking, all right, you need to tell us what's going on. But yeah, I think both of them have got potential. I mean, Vokes has done well all his career up front, so even I'm amazed that Wolves never gave him a chance. He sort of meandered at Wolves, so I'm glad he got a chance at Burnley and did well.
Main story here is we are going to see in action the top scorer in the league, and it's live.
Next season, that's got to be his target. He's got to sort of say to himself, right, this half season's for bedding in, getting to know the team, the club, etc. Next season, him and Afobe have got to be competing with one another to be top of the league's goal scoring chart. It sounds so simple saying it, but it's that sort of competition that drives a team up the league. Look at Gale and Rodriguez. McLean is better as a winger, I think, and Afobe will be better with him. Dare I say 4-3-3. This is the trouble with the squad we've got. We've got players suited for a 4-3-3, but we've got a manager who prefers a different shape. And personally, I'd stick with the manager's idea. But I understand what you mean. Even though I know why it all happened, I still think we were silly with Rowett. It's not necessarily that I don't like Jones when I'm saying this by any means. I just think he's done well since coming in despite the results. But with Rowett, I think everything fell down the moment the fans got on his back at Bolton. I think if all of that hadn't have happened, I would have liked to have seen what would have happened since, because my gut is telling me that even though maybe things wouldn't have been radically improved, I can't help but think things would be a bit more stable now. In that, I think if anything, there would have been a bit more transfer activity. I think a few futures would have been cleared up. Like, I think even though Bojan probably would have gone and Bauer, I think at least that would have been clarified rather than spending a month umming and ahhing over it. And I think there's also a chance we would have got a few more results just because the team would have had tactics set in their mind rather than try and change tactics. Again, this is nothing against Jones because I can understand the issues that have come from bringing him in. But equally, it's a case of, you know, you're looking at stats and it's as if some of the players are still playing to Rowett's hymn sheet and it's not good.
Time to get the cross now. They've defended with great organisation to get possession back after being under pressure for some time.
I've just seen your comment, hang on. Should have just signed a strike partner. Don't know what's going on with the phobia at Stoke. Was excellent at Wolves. Yeah, I mean, he was excellent at Wolves and, you know, he's alright in his last spell at Wolves as well, but before he got a move to Bournemouth. So, he isn't a bad player, Phobie. I think whatever it is, he's just not in his mojo here. And the only thing I can say to a player who's not found his groove is asking him what makes him feel comfortable. Because you look at Fernando Torres at Chelsea and you think sometimes it just cannot work out. You can buy every player under the sun trying to get a player to perform at the best and it just won't happen. But if there's things you can do that aren't so costly, what can you do? I mean, I definitely think Phobie and Vokes have got to be given till the end of the season to try and forge a partnership. Because it doesn't seem like Berahino or Juve have got a look in. And even though I think Ince has been harshly treated, I think he needs to be given a chance to at least find his place in this starting 11. Because he can play at number 10 or as a partner to Vokes, so I'm curious to see where they go. mean, Nick Powell from here, even though he was a little git against us that day, getting Ashley Williams sent off, he's the type of number 10 I like. I wouldn't have been against us having a cheeky bid for him.
Charlie Adam. Ince. Maybe he'll cross it here. Well, then it goes.
Ooh, again!
Into play from the bar.
Hit the bar!
The defender. To Allen.
So close.
Shot on. That shot's blocked very quickly.
Foul.
Awarded against Stoke City.
Maybe we should go out to dinner together, get that bond. I agree. You know, I think you used to see photos on Twitter from the wives, you know, like I think Ryan and Charlie were the big ones. They'd, you know, be together, but you'd see Huth there from time to time, and it was like they were friends off the pitch as well, and there's none of that now. I think some of them are just aware of the short-term nature. I mean, I think even Ryan might be thinking, am I here for long now?
Accepted.
He might not want to get too attached to the new players.
Crafting the through pass. Put into the middle. Oh, that's good defending. Shots on here. Well, no scraps for the attackers to feed on from the goalkeeper that time. Hung on to the ball well. They've cut the pass out there, and maybe that will ease the pressure. And Evan.
I mean, the one thing about Ryan, nothing's been said that the captaincy's been taken off him permanently. It just sounds like a game-by-game thing with if he's in the team or not.
Now the shot.
But
Real test of Butland.
it's interesting how Barth got the captaincy straight away. I really need to hear how people say his name properly. I heard Barth. Like Bart Simpson, and I'm thinking, But equally, I don't want to sound like I'm a southerner. At least not without need to.
Gives it away. Charlie Adam. Plenty of width for the
Another touch. Let's cross it in.
great chance.
Oh, nice ball.
And they have done.
Oh, that could be a big goal because this side knows how to defend a lead.
A goal from the very highest quality.
I mean, that's what we haven't done this season. Send a ball in the box, score from a cross.
Defenders caught out by it.
It's as if some of the players have forgotten that you can score that way.
Very well taken.
I mean, against Hull, I was hoping that Barth or whatever we're calling him, I was hoping he'd get a header, score from a header, just to sort of remind the players, yeah, we can score this way. It's just
Here's McDonald.
been that long since we've had that. Well, I wouldn't say it's a combative nature, but it's just a case of willing to put a body on the end of things. It's as if all of our goals lately have been from just managing to get on the end of a pass or something,
Forward well. Chance for the cross. And
rather than a ball in.
cross, and he's done it well. Adam.
Oh, bad ball.
It's unlike him really to play the
On his Twitter, it does say Donny Barth. I'll have to remember it then. I'd rather say Bart than Barth.
foul.
I mean, I love it when footballers at least recognise that it's a funny one to say.
Is the name of the game at the moment.
I know they probably get annoyed at it, but it's like there's currently a West Brom defender called Tosin Adarabioyo, I think it is. And in his Twitter bio, he's got. I think he spent the entire bio just saying how he spell it phonetically. Adarabioyo.
McDonald
It was like I say, I find it funny.
should really deliver from this position.
I find it funny, yet I love it as well because it does mean that people like myself who struggle,
Charlie Adam
it gives us a chance.
could be costly against a side that can break like this.
wish that Stoke goalie, I still can't even attempt it. I wish he'd say it on his Twitter or something. Gyolai. David Gyolai.
Return ball.
I'm half tempted to call him Dave Goalie.
Can really get at the opposition here. Deflected behind.
He almost got that header. I've got to admit, I saw the clip and I thought he was unlucky with that. I mean, it's all good watching it back in hindsight and thinking, oh, he was unlucky, but if you're watching it at the time, I'll admit I'd have thought he'd got his first goal for the club with that header.
And Evans. He's got his shot off now.
And it's what we need.
What a miss.
We need defenders chipping in. We need goals coming out of our backside, literally, just to compensate for the fact that the backsides of our forwards aren't contributing.
Charlie Adam. Bauer. Got 2 added minutes. Powell.
I mean, it's like I appreciate all the effort Sido's put in this season, but he hasn't contributed a lot of goals. And by that, I mean, we spent 12 million on him, and we haven't got a lot of bang for our buck there. You know, I'm not willing him to leave, so to speak, but between now and the end of the season, he needs to put in more of an effort on and off the pitch to sort of make you think, yeah, he should stay for next season.
Well, that's half time at 1-0.
The keeper reacted well, though. Could have easily ended up deflecting off him and into the net.
Performance, isn't it, Alan, from him?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, what few chances I saw, it felt like Hull were comfortable. You know, I wouldn't say they struggled immensely. You know, and praise to them, they had a good setup. They're in form at the moment, so all they had to do is essentially just make sure they didn't take us easy,
It was in the first half.
Yeah, maybe lots.
which I think is what we've done for a lot of the season, just been a bit complacent around certain teams.
Adam. We've given it straight to the opposition. And it's gone out for a throw. And Evans. Well, then it goes. Oh, very easy for the goalkeeper there. He's given it away. Well, this attack got a bit of menace to it. Trying to pick out some.
Ooh.
Take a touch. Go for goal.
Ah, you swine! Ah. Did me with Bauer. Just look at that. I went to ground with Bauer thinking he'll
Sometimes wonder whether that's
stay on the outside.
done now.
Yeah, you can't be
Oh,
to keep on
horrible.
if you keep on offering up chances.
Goal for Wigan
So
Athletic.
away we go at 1-1.
Josh Windass.
Player Miralem Pjanic, who I know has caught the eye of Alan Smith, he has moved to Tottenham Hotspur.
And he is a good player. He's got plenty of excellent years.
That move up the corner just then, Pjanic to Spurs, that'd be one I'd like to see in real life.
They won't live to be
I like the look of Pjanic. It'd be fun to see him in the Premier League. Not sure what would convince him to leave Juventus, but if someone could, I would like to see it.
Working hard just to see maybe a sight of goal.
Maybe if Allegri left, he might fancy a move.
The shot's up. Got in the way. Adam! Brilliant defending. It's
Ooh, Adam's got an injury.
almost wheeling away to celebrate there.
well, that's the end of his game, and what a game he's had. And the
You thought we were good in the first half. I remember going on the attack shortly after we kicked off and there was that Vokes chance from the Edwards cross. Definitely some positives. Yeah, I mean, I think this is where
anticipated
both me and Mum struggle.
was able to
in that we can't watch the game, we can't listen to the game. Well, sorry, we can listen to the game, but that it gives a certain flavour. You know, you have to take what the reporter says rather than what you see with your own eyes. So we do struggle. We try and be as honest as we can, and it can be sometimes that, you know, we'll have a different opinion. So it's like you say, I understand what you're saying there about there are positives. It's just, I think in the immediate aftermath of the game, it can be very awkward to have a rational head on, shall we call it.
Plenty of width for the team to attack into. Put into the middle.
Ooh, nice ball.
A brilliant header, and no one knows it more than the scorer himself. He's absolutely drilled.
Well, it wasn't just about the quality of header. That was good enough, but the movement that allowed him to find that space.
I mean, that's 2 goals I've scored from crosses, and I'm not a good crosser in this game, so I can't help but look and think, we've got 2 good headers according to FIFA. Let's put some balls in the box for a change, instead of this bloody inverted wing. Well, we haven't even got inverted wingers now. So we need Edwards and Martins Indy of all players to start whipping it in a bit more. I don't like listening to it. I hate not seeing the ball, especially when the teams are attacking. Yeah, I wish FIFA was real life myself right now. But yeah, I wish I could see more. I mean, I'm hoping we can give you an update on that soon enough where we change things around a bit, but it's definitely something we're thinking about as far as what can we do to make what we're talking about a bit more relevant.
Corner. Oh, nowhere near.
No, he's miscued that one. Miscued it badly.
Bit of space for him. Now out on the wing. That attack was looking good. Now the opposition have a chance. And 20 minutes to go.
2-1. I'm trying to play a little cautious, but not too cautious. I don't want them getting an easy chance at 2-2.
Well, I don't know who the lad saw there passing the ball. Somebody in the crowd, maybe.
I fear this could be it.
Some danger to the opposition now they're here. Delivered into the box. Jack Butland's the goalkeeper with a simple stop.
Will Griggs on fire. He's joined Sunderland. Da 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 da. Oh, come on. I was trying to do a fake shot and I get a crap shot.
Well, the player's broken down now. That's his game, isn't it? Intercepting.
Have I got one more sub? I think I might even have 2.
Attack here. Quick-witted and quick.
Let's make one. Ince is tiring. Let's bring on Berahino to play an Ince's role. And yeah, let's bring Anita for Justin. Actually, no, I'm going to bring him on for Bauer. Justin can go to right back. Like I said, I do wish they'd filled the corner in by the tunnel. It'd just make the old place look bigger, which in its own way could be a good or bad thing. I think right now it's definitely not a priority. The way I see it is it took them 10 seasons to fill the corner in, so it could be another 15 before they do the next one.
And that's been recognised by the supporters.
Yeah, I think they recognise that it has been a really good performance, but still a bit of work to do.
Well, that's a wonderful. Here's the chance.
Besides that, you hear about the reaction to season cards going on sale soon and people saying, well, I'm not renewing. You think, well, what's the point in building a new stand if they can't fill it?
Well, both sides are going to make changes now.
Might look aesthetically pleasing, but if it's got no practical purpose, what's the point?
Still 2-1, time ticking away. Not quite set in stone the result yet. Can you think what it's going to mean for their next game, Alan?
Yeah, Stoke City go up against Hull City in the next one. Certainly not hit the heights out here today. They can play better.
Adam, this could lead to a chance. It's good attacking play. Can go in from here. Well, then it goes. And they get it away. It's an interesting pass, wasn't it? But it didn't get through. Guiding it through.
Ooh, come on.
Joe Allen. That's a clever punt.
Ooh, I thought I could just get that in the far corner.
Time to go. Another goal
10 seasons. Well, 10 seasons as far as Premier League football.
running down the clock. But if
They brought it up season 1 to me, thoughts. Saying now we're promoted, can we have a new stand? And they were saying, well, we want to see how the attendance goes. You know, we want to make sure we can fill it. And season 10, they did it.
now Joe Allen. Strong challenge.
But now that the threat of attendance is dropping has come back, there's no way in God's green earth they're going to increase it. I think there's more chance of me winning the lottery than Tony Scholes approving a corner extension.
Pass. In typical
Although if he announces it tomorrow, I'm going to buy a lottery ticket.
running out of time. They could still save themselves, but they're running out of opportunity. He's got his shot off now. It's a corner right at the last here. He's put in the corner. Keeper might be needed again. He didn't hang on to the ball.
There we go.
Referee's called a halt. It's over. Stoke City have won it. Well,
Now, this is how the season should have started in a way. I know that the Leeds result was bad, but Brentford win, Preston win, Wigan win. That's 9 out of 12 points. Instead of the 2 out of 12 we got. I don't think people would have been upset if we'd got like even a 6 out of 12. I think they'd have sort of gone, okay, fair enough, but people just saw 2 out of 12 and immediately it was like, wow, are we really this bad? If we got promoted, do you think we'd have a Wolves season or a Cardiff season? Are you talking about if we got promoted this year? This year, I'd say a Fulham season. I think if we got promoted this year, it'd be Fulham because they just didn't look equipped to go up. They had Sessegnon, but he doesn't seem ready for the Premier League in the sense that he keeps being put on the bench. It's as if Ranieri's saying, no, I don't fancy you. So, yeah, I just don't think it'd be either. I think it'd be Fulham. Because I don't think we'd even do what Cardiff are doing and keep clean sheets. I think we'd go the Fulham way and just concede goals left, right and centre. So Scholes makes them decisions, yeah. He's the man in charge of the money. There is a club accountant, but he is the one who essentially files the money to her, if you like. He says, yeah, I'm paying for this, and he or she deals with it. Imagine though, club statement, we are delighted to announce the new above tunnel stand arriving in 2030. Yeah, I'm going to say it'd be about right that they'd suddenly decide to postpone it for that long. Woo! Hello?
Oh, baby, that there for your bin.
Oh, thank you, dear.
Okay, look.
Okie doke. Well, it came at a good time anyway. I've been streaming for 3 hours now, which is a bit longer than I usually do. I usually go for 2.5 to 2. So I'm going to leave it there for tonight. But I think as far as doing this career mode, it's got off to a good start. I'm actually looking forward to see where this goes. I mean, next couple of games got Hull, Arsenal in the League Cup. That'll be a tricky game. West Brom, Wednesday, Swansea, Blackburn, Rotherham. So some good games to play. So yeah, I don't know when the next stream will be because I want to try and balance this and Hitman a little bit. But I will try and get back a bit quicker than I did this time. I think after doing all those streams over Christmas, I just felt a bit burned out. But this is just me playing FIFA now. It's not like for a recording like that was. So that's one thing at least. I've got that going for me. So yeah, I don't know if you're around on Thursday, Pugster, but I'll be streaming as usual then. And I did say it in the announcements on Discord, but I'm going to try and start switching a stream to Saturday. It might be this one I'll cut out and I'll put something else on Tuesdays, but I'm thinking a Saturday stream might be better for everyone if, you know, there's no school, nothing to sort of actually be in the way as such. So yeah, I'll have a look at seeing what I can do there. But yeah, anyway, see you, Pugster. Don't know if there's someone else there, but see you as well. Bye bye.